All right, let's do this. No Byron today. So for those listening, thank you for being here for another episode of Lore and Legend. No Byron today, so Levi will be playing Clonus. Well, let's go ahead and get started. Last time, the People's Hand had defeated Lark and put a stop to whatever dastardly plan he was unraveling in Fort Trinity, seemingly attempting to overthrow Commander Trake through a long series of poisonings and undermining his authority. Running some sort of illegal operation underneath a purchased cafe, and he was working in line with a very dangerous individual named Koresh. Now, having found evidence of his attempts to reach the Blood Emperor of Taproasia and bring war to the Roskillians' border even faster, Trake has given permission for the party to speak with him from beyond the grave. In a cell alongside the insatiable zealot Koresh, Lumen casts a spell and grants those present some questions for Lark. Meanwhile, a new set of armor is masterfully reforged by Titus for Cephas. New divinely summoned mounts are found for Cephas and Clonus, and Gertrude is not convinced to leave the city, but rather stay and enjoy the time she has left in the city her and her husband made their home so long ago. Another one of Ghibli's duels fast approaches, and the team has little time to get to Wild Valley. So we pick up the next morning. I take that back. Yes, no, that's correct. We pick up the next morning on Daring, the 30th of Physi. Daring is the day of the week. The party having just rested again after a long day of preparation and gathering of resources as they head out the doors of their places of rest for a journey to Wild Valley. So, you guys took that next day after resting in the manor. You woke up the next morning all leveled up. You took that whole next day fixing armor, buying stuff, resting, this, and that. And I'm assuming you guys slept again that next night. That was my understanding. So now, waking up again, fresh and ready to go. Are you just headed out of town? What are you doing?
I have to go to Trake's. No, yes.
You have to go where?
I need to go to Trake's and talk to Mercy's family.
To Drake's?
Yes. The mansion. So I would leave. I don't know what time everybody else in the house woke up, but I would leave at like sunrise.
Do we have rations? Judas?
Travel rations. 160x, 120
Are you
pounds.
marking them off when you guys are traveling?
We have 160x, 120 pounds.
Eggs?
X.
Oh.
160.
It's like 160 eggs?
Now it's
They are
gone down.
bad.
I have a very particular diet.
And
Gaston.
I don't remember what metric that was.
Yeah, average rations consist of dry food suitable for extended travel, including things like jerky, dried fruit, hardtack, and nuts. But it's enough for you to eat throughout the day.
Nuts.
All nuts.
Do you need more?
Well, there's 8 of us, so that's 20 days, and it's 3 weeks travel we're doing.
You're looking at like 14 or 15 days of travel.
Okay, if we...
And his duel is in 15 days. 16 days, sorry.
Okay, so we need 80 more rations.
Why did we sleep last night?
But the reasons of
I don't know.
sleeps.
We can say that these things you guys want to get done real quick, you guys did the night before if you want. Like running to Mercy's family.
We'll probably have to fast travel for a bit.
Is that the way out though?
I prepared a wagon for Rickton. Remember with the gold that we got?
A wagon, you said?
Yeah, with some... Or someone who would go and resupply.
I forgot about that, I guess. You're talking like a courier? Like you paid somebody to go take stuff to him?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did we already do that?
No.
Oh.
But it was, remember the purpose of me selling the gold and I split it with her.
Yeah, I remember that.
Mercy.
Okay.
So 133.5 gold of whatever the courier cost plus some goods for them.
Okay. What kind of goods? You want just like food and...
Oh yeah, I want to bless them with food, but I also want to give them like lots of arrows.
Arrows?
Things that they could use for defense or hunting as well, but things that could be useful.
Maybe some wood chopping axes since they live in that forest.
Why did he buy us 16 woodsman's axes?
What are we gonna use these saws for?
You called it a sawzall.
Log cabins for dummies.
Okay, how many arrows do you want to buy? They're a gold piece for a bundle of 20.
Okay. So give me 300.
300 arrows?
Yeah. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy how
Okay,
much.
so 300
Speak
arrows.
arrows, speak.
Are you taking this out of the money that you would be sending them?
Yes.
Okay. So it's 300 arrows.
You would take it from them.
It's 30 gold pieces. All right. And then you want to send them some food. We'll just say like a bunch of there's not like a lot of fresh food here at Fort Trinity.
Are there any seeds?
I'd say go ahead and roll a d20 for me.
16.
Okay. You're able to find like some tomato seeds, some seed for corn.
Okay. I want to buy them. I basically things that would be useful for them to get on their feet after.
Like a big bag of it. 2 gold pieces.
Okay.
Anything else for them?
What would they realistically need? Help me out, guys.
Maybe blankets?
Linens and clothing and stuff.
Yeah, so I'd say fabric and maybe some needlework stuff. I'm gonna go on a limb and assume that some of the
I mean, it's the
people
old
there
women.
will know how to.
So they
work
probably
it.
don't need any lumber since they live in that forest.
Yeah, lumber would be fine.
Funny joke, Jarrett.
Building off of it.
Well, how did all these structures catch fire? Where are they getting this wood?
It was made out of grass.
Since they live in a
grass
desert.
is flammable.
There isn't
I had
wood
described
for
Whithurst
hundreds of
as-
miles away.
I described Whithurst as being mostly made of like those old like English villages that were like
Cob
rubble and
houses.
rock style huts. Most of it was like that, and then it would have like thatch roofs.
Yeah, those catch fire pretty easily.
The roofs did.
Thatch roofs. You should have said there was a fire for a minute and a half.
Well, the whole combat lasted like 45 seconds, so.
We cleared out a town in like 45 seconds.
I love it, like, there's a little Matt who's, like, saying all this, and then it pans out, and it's just Cephas's mind, and he's just like, better make some old tracks.
Why would they be on fire? I don't get it.
And that's just be a safer It's crazy. It's crazy.
Okay, I found it. There's weaver's tools. You could like get some weaver's tools for them if you want. Things
Some
like that
weaver's
for
tools
fabric.
and some fabric.
Okay, yeah, I'll say 10
About
gold.
9
You
yards.
get a few sets of weaver's tools and fabric.
Hey, send him a cow.
Yeah, send him a cow.
How much does a cow cost?
It's a good question. Let me find out for you.
Send him a cow and a donkey.
You're like, I got all this gold, I'm gonna send them. And then you spend it all first, and then you send them like 10 gold.
Well, I mean, that was good.
But like, they don't have the
I wasn't
ability
planning
to
on
buy
sending
this
the
stuff.
gold. Yeah.
Oh, I thought
I
you
never.
were,
It was. The
were
gold
gonna
was so that I
spend
could
all the gold on
get,
stuff to send it
send
there?
them stuff.
Oh, I thought you were sending them the gold. I'm sorry.
I also thought that.
No. It's like homeless people. You can't just give them money. You have to give them like things already bought.
I don't want Rickton buying crack.
I want Rick and buying crack.
So you're in the wrong town if you want to get like good deal on cows. Trade acre would be better for that. So you could like save the money and go there the next time you're there and get it if you really want to. But that'd be long down the road. If you want a cow, I'll say 15 gold per cow.
Okay.
How many cows?
What animals is this town good for?
Like, they would have cattle and stuff. It's just that there's not going to be a lot of it for sale. It's going to be difficult. So that's an inflated price. Like if you were in Trade Acre, you might get one for 8. It's just that here, most of it's being like.
Can I haggle with them
sectioned up.
since I have a little notoriety?
Sure. Roll a persuasion check.
Okay, with advantage.
No. You're getting a persuasion check. Nat 20. You can get it for 10.
Thank you so much.
They'll sell you up to, I don't know how many you want, but they'll sell you up to 4.
I'll get 4.
I'll pay for 2. 30. Or 20, because they're 10.
So you only spend 20 of the gold on that.
Okay.
I'll pay
You
for
should
2.
just
Here's 30.
buy a bunch of cattle.
What's the cost of the courier to send it there? And
Well, it's going to depend on how much stuff you're sending this guy with.
Okay.
Like right now, you have him going with 300 arrows, 2 bags.
That's a lot.
I mean, that's a few crates.
Linen.
2 bags of seed,
Small militia.
some weaving tools, a bunch of linen, and 4 cows. So he's right now.
And 160 eggs.
It's for him. Let me see how many.
I want a short story about this guy's little trek.
I do kind of want to play it one shot.
Yeah.
Because he's gonna have to hire some people to guard
Some
him.
weirdos to
I
be
just
like,
a bunch of cattle herd.
Well, I don't know how to take care of a cow, and I don't know how to keep these arrows from not rusting, so I got some weird people.
For him, the travel is going to be. Oh, it's like 3 or 4 days. So he'll probably be flat 20 gold.
Okay.
No, he charged 25 so that he can hire some cheap mercenaries to protect it.
Makes sense. What am I at?
So including his fee, no, he'll just charge you 20 because you're a known guy.
I'm actually a Goliath.
47. 67 gold out of the 133. You have 56, no, 66 left.
Sounds like
And
not
5
awful.
silver.
Horses? How much are horses? I don't think they have any, right?
Yeah, they had a donkey for their carriage.
Oh, they did have. Well, donkeys are probably more useful for the stuff they're
I
doing
said
anyway.
donkey, yeah.
Yeah.
Horses.
What could I get?
A horse
Is that
gonna
same
run
guy
you-
who was selling cows selling donkeys?
Sure, yeah, we'll pretend.
We'll pretend.
A horse, like a plow horse, is going to be 65 gold.
What about a mule?
You have enough room?
Is that
Yeah,
different?
but a donkey.
Huh?
A mule? Is that
I'm looking,
different?
yeah.
Okay.
Well, no, you want a donkey.
Because then they could breed the donkeys together. If you get a mule, then they're
Do you want a
just-
donkey or a mule?
What's cheaper?
Well, I was thinking a
They're
mule
the
would
same
be
price.
cheaper than a
Because they're
horse.
basically
donkey.
the same thing.
donkey.
That's going to be 12 gold pieces.
2 of them.
2 donkeys?
Yeah.
Okay, 2 donkeys are headed that way. Anything else substantial? This guy's going to
What
up
do you
his
think I
courier
need,
price.
guys? Help me out.
Maybe just give them the rest of the money, and then they can like
That's
if they
so-
have. What if they have? What if they have bills or
Hey,
things like?
Grandma. At least I'll get him a gift card.
Wait, what if they have like bills or loans or something that
mean,
the city has
give
to
them
pay
a gift
off?
card.
They
to
do
Lowe's.
occasionally have traders and stuff that
Fine.
come through.
I'll
So.
give him the rest of the money.
Okay, the courier upped his
guard a
fee.
year's
The courier upped his fee since 2 more livestock are coming along to 25 gold.
I roll for intimidation.
Okay. But your remaining money,
Oh, yeah, you can up that fee?
Pay a bard's salary for a
96.
year.
You're sending them 37.5 silver. I'm just gold.
Like, wow, look at how fast.
He's taking a big cut out of the
No. 37.5 gold as a gift. And this is all going to Rickton and his family and his father.
From the people's hand. And I'm going to give him, also send
And here's a poster.
half of the tracks that I've written.
Which is how many?
I'll send him, well, 12.
Okay, plus 12 ill-mater tracks. Okay. That's a lot of stuff. If it was just like a letter, the guy would not have charged so much. But he's getting a whole carriage. He's gonna have to rent a carriage, or a wagon, excuse me, to get all that there. He's gonna hire probably up to 4 mercenaries to help keep him safe. And then I will find out if he makes it.
Eeks.
Oh, did we get to know?
I'll just play a solo game of Oregon Trail.
Why'd you bring so many cows? I only said.
It's a good challenge. Oregon Trail's significant.
Yeah, he won't make it.
He only needs to travel 2 days.
And there's no rivers.
It's like 4 days.
There's no rivers.
Bro, you can do it.
We'll see how the first 4 days of an Oregon Trail game go.
All the
Well, they
He's
all-
gonna-
that- you never lose that quickly, yeah.
He's gonna die of dysentery before he makes it.
And he's gonna get
Imagine
lean.
dying of dysentery in 3 days or something. All right. Sounds
on
good.
quick.
So, you get that figured out. You find a guy willing to do it. I'll give you his name. His name is Vinny.
Hey, Vinny. I got your horse. I got your cow.
Vinny the courier.
What, you want some arrows?
I just realized something horrible.
That your name could be shortened to Vinny.
No. I just. Nora doesn't know this, but she was literally 1 day away from being able to save that girl.
Oh, man.
I just realized I got Revivify. literally like hours.
That hurt.
How dare you?
Not my fault.
Not your fault. You're the one that
was
decided
what
not to
gave
level us
me-
up.
I didn't do anything.
You were holding back the level up, so we
Doesn't
couldn't save the
Revivify have to be
child.
within a minute anyway?
Huh?
Doesn't Revivify have to be within like a minute? Yeah.
It's within a minute.
No, but you were
It's like
right
a
next to her when
defibrillator.
she died.
It also
Yeah.
doesn't work on those who have been disintegrated, just in case you're curious.
Nope, you need a wish.
She got disintegrated by the dagger.
Dagger of disintegrate?
That would be bad. Can you imagine a rogue?
Don't think about that.
Could you imagine a rogue with that?
One-time use, 25% chance. It also affects you.
Oh.
That's sick.
Okay, Venora.
Needs to be interesting.
The night before, you hobble over to Trake's Manor, right?
Yes. Do it
Or are
at
you
night.
doing it in the morning?
It doesn't matter.
Which do you prefer?
Does it? I'll be quick because after dinner they would have been.
Okay, so you're gonna do it in the morning,
Yeah.
or is it? So in the morning, you ride Ilmounter to Commander Trake's Manor.
Give him to that fanboy guard again. I give him to the fanboy guard again.
Oh yeah, the horse.
Yeah.
Okay, so you get there, riding up on this just beautiful stallion. You know, the guy is standing there and he's petting Ilmounter's mane, and you're a good boy. I know it. You're just a good boy. And you carefully get down, walk into the manor. They don't stop you, obviously. Walking in, you see a couple like handmaids and stuff walking throughout the room. One of them stops and kind of looks at you and, oh, hello, I recognize you. Who can I help you find?
I was hoping you could help me find Mercy's mom.
Mercy's, oh yes.
I don't know if she's in her room or about.
She is. I think you've been up there, right?
Yeah.
I'll go check to make sure that she's taking visitors right now.
Yes, please.
So she walks up the stairs quickly. A couple minutes goes by and she comes back. Oh yeah, follow me right this way.
Perfect.
Leading you up the stairs into that room that you've been in before. The door is slightly ajar, and you see inside that same woman that you've met before. She currently has her back to you, and you see she's sitting at like a desk across the room as you walk in. She doesn't move or like make any mention of your arrival, and then the lady that guided you up here kind of like extends her hand and then like bows and walks away.
I just stand there quietly for a moment and see if she addresses me at all, or if she just
Like 30 seconds goes by,
nothing.
and then she just kind of slowly turns around and you can sit if you'd like.
How much is that? 130 gold, right?
How much is 130?
How much is is that like a bag or like a little chest?
Imagine holding 133 silver dollar coins. Like,
A little chest.
it'd be a small little chest.
Okay, that's what's just. I go sit down beside her, or on the bed, wherever it's at.
You like slide her this money and then slide an NDA across.
Set that on her desk, and I know there's literally nothing I can say or do in this moment to help you, besides just letting you know how extremely sorry I am for your loss. And I know that this will do nothing to make it better, but I hope it can set you, and if you have any other family, up for a while.
What do you do with the chest?
I just set it on the side her.
Okay.
I don't open it or anything, it just...
She's like looking, you see she's looking at the desk, and now that you've walked up next to her so that you can do that, you see that she's just looking at this like wilting flower that's sitting on the desk. And then she turns and sees the chest, and she nods. Thank you. I know that there's nothing more you could do. Have a roll real quick. I do have other family, and I plan I decided last night that I would be leaving to go stay with them, at least for a little while. I think that this will do me some good, as it will them. Thank you for your condolences.
Where, if you mind me asking, where are you going?
I'm going back to Steelhaven,
Have I
where
been
I'm
there?
from.
That sounds familiar. Where is that? Do I know where that
It's
is?
the capital of Rascalia.
Okay. That's where I've heard it. I'm like, okay.
It's like 2 cities west of here.
But,
It's a decent trek. I mean,
Yeah.
it's probably like 20 days of travel.
yeah, we're not headed that way at all.
No, you're almost headed the opposite
Yeah.
direction.
Well, safe travels. I wish I could
Thank you.
offer.
This will certainly help me have safer travels. I can use some of this to hire a
Yes, please.
safer caravan.
Be
or
safe.
wait for one. Thank you for your help. Thank you for trying.
And if you ever need anything, and there's any way for you to contact us, just let us know and we'll be there as soon as possible.
Thank you.
I just. I pray for a second, and just. I don't think anything's going to happen, but I just touch the flower and pray to Violina, just give her a little bit of hope. And
Okay. Do you like audibly pray? No. Okay.
just want to see if anything happens with the flower.
You touch the flower, and then as you're like kind of touching it, nothing happens.
I don't know who you believe in if you do, but I did send a prayer to Violina that Mercy would be taken into her gardens. So there's at least somebody looking out.
I think it's going to take me a long time to not close my eyes and see her smile. But I'll do my best.
I actually hope that you never forget that smile.
Me too.
She was beautiful, and she didn't deserve that smile to end so soon. And I just leave.
Thank you. As the door shuts behind you.
And then I hurry to meet everybody.
Okay.
Ilmater hounds her an Ilmater track.
Walks in the manor, up the stairs.
Whenever another deity's name is mentioned.
Yeah. Something of Cephas must...
Every time a different god's name is mentioned, an Elmater track is born.
Yeah, so his bag is constantly... Okay. Heading back, I'll say you did that early in the morning. Everybody is reconvening at Gertrude's house. Is there anything anyone needs to get done this morning before you guys leave? You all reconvening at the house.
That was all I needed to do. And I was just meeting back at Ghurty's.
I try on my armor and
It all fits beautifully.
Yeah.
Nice and
I
snug,
was able to
nothing
get my spell
shifting or
components.
sliding.
Describe it to us.
Describe it to us.
I'm wearing it. You can see it.
That crazy person.
I put my bandages on backwards. The eye holes are on the back of my head. Describe it to me, see if it's...
Go ahead, Lexi.
Can I actually, before I run to Ghurty's, can I run to... What is her name? Not Karen. What was her name?
The gossiping one?
Yeah.
The lady across the street.
Yeah. Linda. Yeah, like I know it was, I couldn't remember
Was
my
it Linda?
aunt's name. Yeah, because it was my aunt's name. I couldn't remember.
Couldn't remember your aunt's name.
She's the one that's moving with my grandma. I kept saying my aunt because I couldn't remember it.
I didn't even know you had an aunt.
She's like aunt.
didn't
like,
even know
she's
you
my
had it.
grandma's sister-in-law. I don't know what she is.
Okay, yeah, you go over. So across the street
she's
and
with-
down a house, you go over to Linda's house.
Knock on her door. I know she's awake.
You know she's like.
Oh yeah.
It's pretty early in the morning, but you do hear,
I mean, it's an old person.
and then
Right.
just some shuffling. But it sounds like she was close to the door, and the door opens up. Hello.
Hi. It's only been a few days. You remember who I am. We're leaving, and I was wondering if you would just keep an eye out on Ghurty for us. She's been through a lot.
Why?
She's been through a lot, and I just want to make sure she's okay.
Roll a persuasion check.
Do it. Pigeon noises.
Would I get advantage if I hand her 5 gold?
You could try that after this.
Okay.
What kind of woman?
That's 14.
I keep an eye on the whole street and always do. I will pay attention to Ghurty.
Thank you. Do good out here. Making sure everybody's...
Well, thank you. Somebody has to keep an eye on things. The guards don't do that very well.
Especially not in this part of town. So, thank you. And hopefully we'll see you again soon.
Thank you. And the doors.
Yep, I leave. And I go to Ghurty's. Linda.
Oh, you don't have to remember. It's your aunt's name.
I will never... Linda.
All right. That morning, as all of you wake, I'd say, Holik, as you're sitting there and just having woken recently, you're the only one up. Everybody else is either still sleeping or just kind of like in the midst of getting up. You see just this little bit of kind of mist on the edge of the windowsill, and it just sticks out to you as strange, and then kind of evaporates away. At about that moment, the door opens and you see Venora walk in. Ghurty is already preparing tea for the morning. You see that she's putting together a large pot of porridge to send you guys off with for like a nice filling breakfast. She seems to have, at some point, you guys don't know when, have picked up some fresh berries and other fruit to throw into it. And you see as she's mixing it together, she starts serving it up into bowls. It's like the crack of dawn at this point. It's very early. She hobbles on over to you with this bowl of porridge full of berries and other things and kind of sets it down in front of you and pats your head and then walks away.
Cute.
Thanks.
You don't look like you've had a good meal in a long time.
Yeah. I was about to have a good meal, and then it was poisoned. But I don't have to get into that.
Dude.
Didn't we all have like a huge...
Yeah, it was just the end.
last
Just the
night?
very last bit of it that was poisoned.
Just get
No, like last night. We have like a
4 courses.
Yeah, we also did have
feast last night.
Yeah, it was like a 4-course meal. You got through 3 courses, and then as they brought out the last little thing, that was poisoned.
Yeah, but that ruined the whole meal.
But that's the part he was really looking forward to.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
well, I would. It sounds delicious. I made it up. It sounds delicious.
That sounds great.
Ghibli over here made us like the best meal last night, right?
That's true.
You
Yeah.
only made it for like 3 people, I thought.
You're talking about those sandwiches he made?
Yeah, because he only made it for
last
specific
night.
people.
Last night he went and
We
he
all
got
had, like, stone
he
soup.
bought like super expensive wine.
I didn't make a meal, I just got drinks.
He just got drinks.
He made pot pies.
And then he made a meal.
All right. With that, I'll say, as you guys are getting up now to the smell of this breakfast, and you hear Ghurty shuffling around, she starts handing bowls of this out, and Ghibli, Lumen, Clonus, and Titus all walk through the door, having woken, I'm assuming, and headed over this direction, paying off your tab at the Tiny Pony, and moving on. What are you guys doing?
I eat real quick. And then, is there anything else we gotta do before we head out? Or anybody need to grab something?
We need to pray.
That's right.
But I've been able to purchase a set of Smith stools.
A set of
before I
Smith
left.
stools?
Yeah.
Do you not have one?
No, I just have proficiency. But I forgot to ask.
Yeah, he was using all of the guy's equipment. I've never even seen one of these.
He actually just stole the guy's.
Yeah.
I'll say that guy would have an old set he'd be willing to sell you for 15 gold.
Nice.
So, are you guys leaving? All right. Leaving Ghurty's house, as you're all walking out, she stands next to the door and just kind of gently hugs each of you and thanks you for... She actually doesn't mention the whole ordeal. All she says is just, thank you for visiting. It was such a pleasure. And then she like hugs you, and then the next one comes down and Ghibli, I know you're gonna go far. But she's talking to Titus. No, just kidding. She was talking to Clonus, and then she like firmly grasps as much as she can Clonus's arm and says that, and then Ghibli walks up and she just kind of squeezes you and says thank you, and Titus walks up and she's like, I've never met a turtle before, but I have to say, it was splendid. Thank you for the visit. She just gives these little greetings to each, or these farewells to each person. But Edovard, when you walk up, she kind of pulls you aside and then whispers into your ear. Get over here.
Oh, you go.
Get over here. Get over here.
She just turns into
currently
smoke.
talking to Jude about what is whispered into his ear.
The sweet nothingness.
This whisper break has been
They're
brought to
now
you by
hugging.
Christian Influence.
Yeah.
Join the
Are you
Discord.
looking for a Christian community? Do you need people around you who are nice and awesome? Well, look elsewhere. This is Christian Influence.
It was going so well.
I don't know. That's perfect.
Look elsewhere.
Look elsewhere. Wow, that's a lot of whispering.
It's a
And
bonding
then the whole
moment.
rest of the party just
Are those
kinda like,
tears streaming down Edovard's face?
He's
good
leaving his
one.
wife,
The tears
of
will be
course.
mopped up by the bandages immediately.
Yeah, he has to change his bandages now because
Okay.
they were so soiled.
They're just like
I try to eavesdrop.
You try to?
Yeah.
We see more of his face.
Roll a perception check with disadvantage.
We'll see if this is a lot like
Cephas Bartome with your negative
19.
That's when Steve was
not
like a crit.
legal.
20. I'll take the 19.
So 18.
No,
Dude,
my,
that's
is my
right.
perception -1.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah,
being stealthy.
18.
Jude, roll stealth check.
Wait, what's his passive?
With advantage?
I only rolled a disadvantage.
No.
So much was riding on.
Is that your favorite number?
What'd you get?
Are you wearing heavy armor? Do you have disadvantage?
Never has.
No.
I got the
Oh,
armor
you
you,
got the
want.
breastplate, yeah.
Dude, that's a 20.
You could never have heard it. He heard something.
Because it's not just me speaking.
Yeah, she rolled really bad.
It's our hearts.
Oh, she rolled really bad.
And can the heart really lie?
Can the heart lie?
Or be quiet?
Yes, I think that's what they call
The heart
sin.
wants what the heart wants.
What are you talking about? Sin? What is the math?
With a big.
All right, you all make your way out of the house. She kind of waves you guys off as you're leaving.
I grab her arm. I say, Ghurty, I might not be coming back for a while, but that's a really good thing. I feel like I'm actually on the right path. I'm doing the right thing. I'm going the right direction. I hope I'll see you soon, but if I don't, things are good.
I will remember that.
And then I hug her.
Okay. Edovard hugs Gertrude, and you guys walk away. Clonus, upon his ram,
Overram.
Ilmounter, I'm sure, with Venora, right? Okay. You guys make your way out of the city. Edovard, I'm assuming you guys swing by that tavern and you pick up your cart and horse, right?
Yes.
Lucky. So, Lucky's actually been here, but you have to go pick up your cart.
Yes.
So Lucky, having some time to heal and rest, now trots out from Ghurty's backyard and just kind of shakes off the dew of the morning, and you see again that like brilliant lightning bolt pattern along the side of Lucky's haunches, and then just
You're all
looks right at you, Edovard, and then looks at Holok.
All right, I'm gonna cast.
You are?
Yeah, I'll cast Speak with Animals.
I don't think you gave me what you owed me.
Oh shoot!
I've thought about it every morning and every night.
How do you remember this stuff?
In his notes, lucky, slighted.
Did he decide to go with something?
He chose carrots.
Okay.
Did he choose carrots?
Yes.
I don't know. I wasn't there. I can't talk to animals.
Gosh dang it!
Those are the carrots or oats.
You can ask him. You're talking to him right now.
Hey,
He didn't know oats were food.
What did you choose?
You forgot?
Well, you were going back and forth the last time that we talked. I remember.
Gaslight the horse.
You see, you see Lucky kind of like looking back and forth, just off in the distance a little bit. You promised many things. But carrots did sound delicious.
All right. I will get them for you.
Thank you, sir. And then he slowly trots away.
Okay, on our way out of the city, can I run by a food store?
You find a food stand and you can get like a bundle of carrots for 5 silver pieces.
Okay.
It's your fault I don't remember.
Random question. Who's Craven? Duke Craven.
He is the leader of he's like the owner, like the patron for the Maxims.
Yeah, it's not here though, right?
No, he's like
Okay.
outside of town.
So
Okay.
roll a history check or an intelligence check.
I remember I have written down that he's in Fort Trinity, but then I'm like, we haven't went and seen him, and I have something with his favor in it or whatever. Oh, natural 20.
Wow, okay. I'll tell you exactly what he is over.
Thank you.
So his name is,
Duke Craven Strider, whatever.
yep, Duke Craven Sternrider. He is the Lord of Trinity and Sun, which means
Okay.
he owns all the land from Sunwall to Fort Trinity. So if you look at the map, he owns a good portion of those canyons in the land between Sunwall and Fort Trinity, up to the edge of the border. So northeastern plot of land. There are, I believe, 6 or 7 dukes/duchesses of the kingdom. There's 7. They own various portions of it. I guess you could include the king, kind of, but it's his family that owns one of them, and he's the king. So
From Fort Trinity to Sun, what was it? Or just-
Sunwell.
Sunwell. I have like Fort Trinity and Sun ... So I thought I had missed a bunch, but I just shortened
He's
it.
got a.
So he owns all that land. He is a wealthy man, and he is the patron of the Maxims, that group that you guys fought. And when you fought them, they told you, come to his manor sometime, and I'm sure he'd love to give you a job. And supposedly his manor is sitting atop one of those canyon ridges near Sunwall. It's just like, it's Sunwall, not Sunwell, sorry. And it's like a few miles northeast of Sunwall.
Where's Sunwell? Are we going that way?
In the middle of the canyon.
Okay.
The Soulheart Canyons.
Okay.
We're actually going there in like a battle
Eventually.
Yeah.
Eventually, okay.
Like not his next fight, but the one after.
I think you're going there next.
Right.
After Wild Battle.
After well.
Yeah, sorry.
Awesome. That was the last note on my
Okay.
Fort Trinity list of things to wrap up.
All right, so you guys head out the south gate of Fort Trinity. As you're leaving,
Could I take a look to see if anybody sells diamonds?
diamonds.
Oh, yeah.
You can quickly look as you guys are walking through the city. Roll a perception check.
He's the one that he has that responsibility.
Oh, you don't have it?
I do. He's just the one that has it.
Could I guidance myself?
I don't
Always.
have it on my list right now.
Guidance did more than what I rolled.
Yikes.
Whoa. 7
And
plus.
he guidance to 1.
No.
7.
Perception?
Yeah.
7 plus 7.
Okay. On your way out, you're just like quickly scanning as everybody's leaving, and like it's clear the party's like, we got to get out of here. Like we got to start this trek. We got to get to Ghibli to Wild Valley on time. And you're just flying around, looking around at all these different shops. You see in a part of town where it's like a lot of 3/4 story buildings all kind of crammed up near each other. And there's these really, really tight corridors between them, kind of like the slums-ish, where you would have like street rats running in and out, like parkouring through, Aladdin style everything. You see there are this series of 6 or 7 hammocks all stretched between these 2 large buildings. And hanging from them, you see just these various silks. And it kind of looks beautiful. It's like these different colored silks that are kind of hanging and flowing in the wind. And hanging from one of them, it just says the name Zeke's. And then there's just like covered in like beads. But like a sign, like it's hanging a sign from one of these hammocks that just says Zeke's. It catches your eye. It's the only thing. All these other ones are like arrows for sale, buy my tools, no, buy mine, don't buy Steve's tools, like all these competing like Ace Hardware stores and stuff like that. But,
I'll try Zeke's.
okay, you swoop down and you just see these like 7 hammocks all kind of hanging in this portion. Like if you look from above, it looks like there is this like cool flower-like pattern almost, because they go straight down from one another and almost branch out like petals. But as you fly down, it's just these various hanging hammocks at different angles from one another. And as you kind of fly amongst them, just looking at all of them, they're just kind of like hanging there. Some of them with different lumps of different sizes, just slowly swaying in the wind, and you're just kind of like flying in the middle of them. What are you doing?
Hello?
You hear, hello, and I can't do it, but a perfect mimic of your voice.
Oh.
I'm pausing my, I'm kind of taken back. And,
yeah, and you're kind of like flapping, like looking around you in every direction, not knowing which direction that came from.
I'm looking for diamonds.
Diamonds.
Yes, diamonds.
Diamonds. And you turn around like mid-air, just like levitating, and you see sitting there just kind of like swaying back and forth on one of the hammocks this short, diminutive, like the size of a gnome, raven-like creature that's just looking at you with these big glass beady eyes that are bright yellow. It's like just looking right at you and goes, "Yes, diamonds. How many? Diamonds."
How much?
And when it says how many, it's just this like beautiful woman's voice, just like a beautiful performer, almost sing-songy. How
from
many?
the same person?
And then
it's from the
how many diamonds? 3 diamonds.
Yeah.
Sure.
If it's a good price.
Price. Price.
How much gold?
It like roots around in the hammock that it's sitting on, and you just hear like various bits and baubles moving around and some like what sounds like clay or other things like clattering against each other. And then it kind of sticks its head down in there and you watch it just kind of like move things around and then finally pops back up. Diamonds. Price. And it looks at you. Kind of like looking for a long time. And then it holds its little wing out where you see 2 diamonds on like the palm of its wing, basically. These 2 pretty immaculate looking diamonds. And then it snatches them back and holds them close. Price!
What diamonds before?
A long, drawn-out silence as it just looks at you. It's just swaying back and forth on this hammock.
Say that.
Roll an intelligence check looking at the diamonds, but see if you can get an idea of what you think it's valued.
Guidance myself. Oh my.
You should bet some radio.
10.
10? Your best guess, each of them's probably valued at about 400 gold pieces, like, is what you think is probably fair. It's your best guess. You've got some experience with this sort of thing, like buying these sorts of things on occasion, like running some errands while studying at the various schools and Basin Point and things like that. So you've bought stuff like this before on other people's dime for them. Because like you served as an assistant for a long time. It's just swaying there, looking back.
How much does platinum convert to gold again?
10. 10 gold, 1 platinum. Do you even have enough?
I have 28 platinum. How much is that?
That's 200 gold.
Okay. $28 platinum and 175 gold.
28 platinum? That'd be 280 gold. So you're looking at, that's 455 gold.
Okay.
Total. Between those two things. Is that what you're offering?
Yeah. I should be like, I take it all out and be like,
Kind of like weighing your hands like scales almost. Mm-hmm. It looks at it. You see it kind of like with its little wing. 1. Holding up one of the diamonds. I'm 5.
I'll give him 300 worth.
You offer 300 gold?
Yeah.
5.
500 gold?
500 gold?
And it slowly opens its wing back up with 1 diamond in it.
$500 gold?
Okay.
Okay.
Do I not have that much?
No. You have 455 gold.
What's the diamond you need for the spell?
It's
Isn't it
only
like
300.
Yeah.
No.
Well, I mean, our lives are
No,
kind
it's
of worth a lot.
I mean,
It's like,
not good deal.
it's offering it to you
Not good.
500 gold?
I like that.
in your voice.
He counted it.
This is all I got. I put it back in my pocket.
Roll a persuasion check. You guidancing
I'm
yourself?
gonna try I'm gonna try different dice. This is terrible dice. It's not good for me. Okay, that's better. 25.
25?
Gee, yeah.
He goes, I'm sorry, little one. 4. And it holds a diamond out. 4.
For 2?
1. No.
Really waited to bring that one out.
I'll be back. I just fly off.
He offered you a cheaper price.
It's still too much for the.
Yeah.
For the.
I just kind of leave him hanging, and then I'm just gonna.
You just fly away,
I fly away.
and then you hear,
I kind of give him.
"Stupid bird!"
That's so funny.
I kind of just stop and look back. And
As you look back, he is gone.
That's amazing.
I go tell them, but I.
So you guys are now at the gate, leaving. And as you're leaving, you're kind of like checking to make sure everybody's there, and you see Lumen is not there. And just as you kind of like leave the gates, and some of the guards are like waving at you, Lumen flutters over the wall and then down towards
Cast
you guys.
light on a coin and he just appears.
I was trying to get a diamond. Those are not cheap.
No, why would you?
No, not cheap.
Why do you
Why do
need
you need
a
a diamond?
So if we die, we're gonna bring you back.
Oh. I think I should know
I
that.
don't fear death.
We won't use it on you then.
So did you get one?
Alright.
Well, it was like 500 gold. And then I talked the little bird down to like 400 gold, and I told him I'd be back, and then he just kind of disappeared and called me a stupid bird. He was a stupid bird. I'm a moth.
Huh.
People think I'm a butterfly, and he thinks I'm a bird. He's a bird.
I know what Kenku is, yeah. Yes, I'm very
Probably,
familiar with
yeah.
Kenkus.
Yeah.
They can only say things that they've heard, so he's probably been called a stupid bird, so he probably just called you it.
Should have called him a stupid butterfly, so he had that in his vocabulary.
Next time you go back, you'll have to give him some better insults.
So he can insult you correctly.
They're going to insult me correctly.
And say stupid butterfly instead of stupid mom.
Oh yeah, not even the right one.
How much do you need? How much of a diamond do you need? Is it the right
Like
size?
300.
Oh, so it wasn't even the right size.
Oh, he's charging me over.
Or that. Maybe we'll have to get one in the next town. Or do you want to go now? Do we want
I was
to
just checking.
stop and try to get a diamond before we leave?
I was just
Still?
checking, but
Or just keep going and risk it for the biscuit?
If we want to throw money at it, I'm willing. I'm willing.
Wanna? Wait, where did you go to isn't there that pawn shop thing that you went to before? That you were sponsored by?
Oh, yes.
But they have diamonds, maybe.
Yeah, did you check with him?
no. We just really nearly.
Do you want to fly over there and catch up with us, or just...
How far is that?
Just a little bit across town. Like flight, it's like a 4-minute fly.
Yeah.
Sure,
Here.
I can check that.
Okay, so you quickly fly over there.
Cashback, I guess.
Hallett's versus Henry's.
I give you some money.
How much money?
I give him 100 gold.
Whoa. You flutter down. Early morning. Remember that, right? And the door locked.
Oh, how Jesus.
I knock on it.
How loud? Pretty loud?
Lightly at first.
Thaumaturgy.
Just thunder. Yeah, nothing with a light knock, but once you knock a little louder, you do hear some shuffling behind the door, and the door opens like with one of those chains that holds it in place. What? Yes?
Good morning.
Oh, good morning. What do you need?
Diamonds.
Right. How many? How big?
At least 300 worth.
Is this for a revivify spell?
Yes.
Ah, I have some. Come inside, give me a moment. I'll put my slippers on. We hear some shuffling away. And then finally the door opens up, you walk in. He brings you a small case that he opens up, and you see he has all these little slots where he could slide diamonds into it, but there's just one in this case. As he opens the case up, I've been selling quite a few of these lately. And he slides it forward towards you. You want one? For a revivify spell, correct? 350 gold pieces, please.
It's a better deal than the Kenku.
Kenku? The way you said that. I don't know who you're talking about.
Some bird down an alley is trying to charge me like 500.
Oh, Zeke?
Yes.
Zeke is a real character.
Yeah, you can say that again.
Yeah, he has a lot of things I don't have, though, sometimes. People just throw stuff at him, and then he sells it.
I'll keep that in mind. You say 350?
Yes.
Okay.
It's my last one.
Can you do a deal at all?
Can I do a deal?
At all? No. Didn't I sponsor you? Or you sponsored me and I put your name out there?
I believe I gave you a deal if you did that, yeah.
Yeah.
How about this? 350. I'll throw in this potion here. Somebody traded it to me. I don't know what it does. But they traded it to me. As as a part of their paying for some late fees. I'll throw that in for 350 with the diamond.
Okay. Sounds good to me.
All right. He slides you this vial. You see as it slides towards you, it's like sky blue and kind of milky. Like there's these weird milky swirls through it. And then he takes out a small little ring case. What looks like a ring case. Opens it up. You see where there's just this perfect little spot for a diamond. He carefully places it there. It like kind of holds it in place. He shuts it, hands it to you. 350 gold pieces. Do you pay him in full?
Yeah.
Okay. He thanks you, and then I'm gonna go back and get some more rest. Pleasure doing business with you.
Guidance. To go back to his
And the door shuts behind you. All right. So you rejoin your companions, having purchased a diamond for Revivify, and you have a mystery potion.
Nice.
Everyone loves a good mystery potion.
Hey, the last mystery potion saved me.
It did.
It gives you diarrhea.
It's a laxative.
He's like, it's a potion. I don't know what it does. Pulls it out of like his grandma's bathroom.
It said cleanse on it.
Yeah. It's a potion of cleansing.
It says cleansing touch. Ooh, that sounds nice.
All right, you guys begin your first official day of travel here. Are you guys going in a normal or fast pace? You guys have 14 days of travel ahead of you.
Every evening in our spare time, I'd like to conscript Clonus and myself to write some tracks.
Okay, Byron doesn't have a choice.
As Clonus.
Are you guys going at a fast pace or a normal pace?
I volunteer for fast for at least a couple days to hopefully make up.
It just means like
a little wiggle room.
you guys have like the only penalty that has is your passive perception goes down with fast pace.
But this is a well-traveled road.
While we're leaving the city, like that's
It
a
is
good
a
time to
road.
have that, right?
Yeah. You don't know how well traveled it is, but you've not traveled this road before, and this road is on the edge of the border of Raskelia and Strelavand, which is under Taproasian control. So this is probably, between this road and the last road you guys were on, this is probably less often traveled.
And they got border patrol, for sure.
From both sides.
Maybe some tap agents. I don't know, man.
Okay.
They're already in our midst.
That first day goes by, that means if you're traveling at a fast pace, in one day you go 30 miles. Pretty good.
Nice.
I vote fast.
If things go fine, every 4 days you gain a day, basically, then.
Nice.
Cool.
All right, you guys begin your first official day of travel here. Let's go ahead and have somebody roll a d12.
Oh.
Levi was super excited for it. I feel like Levi.
Do we just want to go around, or do you want to? I don't
Like,
know.
yeah, let's start at Levi and go around. That seems
Roll
fair.
it, roll it.
6.
Okay. First day of travel goes by easy. Beautiful weather. It's a hot day. Nothing too crazy or difficult. You reach your first night's camp. Full day of travel.
When everybody's headed down to sleep, I think I have something I can do to make this better. But I think you have to be around me. 1 second.
How many tracks can I get done?
How much are you spending? Like a couple hours?
Yeah.
Okay.
Our little nighttime routine.
Yeah, I'll say with like an hour and a half of making these things, you can probably get, we'll say 20.
Okay.
20 in an hour and a half. Because you're writing them all out, right? And you're drawing pictures.
Yeah.
Well, he's drawing the pictures. Clonus is doing all the
Doing all the
I'm
right.
fisting with a crayon.
Yeah.
Could you make this one look better?
Yeah.
He spends like 5 minutes and draws like.
You're what? Oh, yeah, you have a goblin language book, right? Yeah. Go ahead and roll an intelligence check for tonight's studying. 12? Okay. It's making some sense, but it's just such a bad langoage. Like, it's just,
messy.
it's a messy, gross, bad language, and there's so many contradictions in its rules, because really there are none. It's goblin.
I can read Goblin.
You can be his tutor.
Okay.
Sweet. Okay.
Go ahead, Nora.
So everybody has to just get where you're going to sleep. But you have to stand like right here area. And
Okay.
when everybody gets around, I start casting a spell ritually. It's going to take me a second. And roll a bead in between my hand and smack my hands together and lay him in his tiny hut.
Okay. You guys see is this dome of stars. What above you, there's kind of some haze in the night sky. You can see a few stars now. It's almost as if in this dome around you, that sees through. It gives you this lens to look through. You can see through the haze that is in the sky, and you just see stars. Way more stars than you've ever seen in your entire life.
This is so much better than the cave I slept in.
That's a compliment. Thank you. And then we're in the grass still, right? Lots
in
of grass. So
grasslands.
it's on the outside. It's the same color as the grass.
Yeah, we just got out of the.
So it just looks like this like dome of grass. This like perfectly smooth dome of grass.
So we can see the stars through all the branches of the trees.
Yeah.
That's what the dome's for.
That's what the dome's for.
Yeah.
Like those old eastern huts that are just like grass knolls that kind of come up.
And I'm pretty sure nothing can get in this.
Like a hobbit house.
So I think we don't have to keep watch. Not positive. First time.
All right, we can try with Clonus.
Keep up watch.
Clonus is gonna step outside and see if he can step back in. No.
Can he?
Yes. Anybody who's within the hut
Clonus
can
would.
come in.
Clonus just like steps outside, turns around, kind of like looks at it. You guys can see him, but he's like, because he would see the green, right? He's like looking around. Then he steps back in.
Does it look good?
Looks green.
Nice. Is it green grass? I always was picturing hay. Kind of like
Just
straw.
This area, especially how close you guys are to Strelovand, is pretty green. Right?
That's cool.
It's just
pretty.
the shoots and
Yes, beautiful. I love that.
That's what I've been imagining.
It's not
with
like a
slightly
dark
duller
green.
sky.
It's like it's kind of a brownish green, but it's green.
Cool. Oh, I can also communicate with people from like far distances. I tried it last night for the first time, and I was able to talk to some of my family.
Oh.
So I don't know if anybody else needs to talk to him. I don't know
Edivard
exactly how it works.
kind of shuffles in his satchel, pulls out a little wire, and like assumes a position and points at you, and you hear in your head, and it's kind of foggy at first. You mean like this? Like this? Can you hear this?
Yeah, and I pulled the wire from behind my ear. No, not like this one.
And he tucks it away.
Do you have to know them or something?
I
Or can you just
think I need.
talk to anyone?
I'm
You
not
need to
sure.
know.
I've only tried it with somebody I know.
You have to be familiar with them, Lexi.
Okay. It doesn't
Get
say that.
It does. The very
Does
first
it?
sentence
If I-
with which you are familiar.
Okay, I was skipping that part. I'm like, that's probably not important.
You have to just skip the part where it says.
Okay. I think I have to at least be familiar with them.
Okay. Interesting.
But, so anybody we've met, I think we can keep contact with now.
Let Richter know I'm sending him something.
That's a good idea, actually. Okay. It's
But say it's from us.
How late is it? Is it really late?
It's like an hour past sunset in the middle of the summer.
People are awake. Yeah? Oh no, that's late.
I mean, he's a kid.
It's like 11. It's true.
Do what you're gonna do.
I do it. What did you send? What did we send him? We just sent him a package. A care
Special
package.
package.
Special package. Okay.
A package of care.
They're gonna be expecting like a good package. It's a cart and
With 6 arrows. Or 4 cows,
4
2
cows
donkeys.
and 2 donkeys.
Tell him I hope it
Mercenaries
moves him.
I'll do my best.
It's a joke.
Every O is going to cost you a word.
Okay. I will try to sending to Richten.
Roll a d20. No, just kidding.
He's been plane hopping.
He's on another plane of existence. Okay, so you cast sending. What are you saying to Richter?
He knows who I am, so. Hello, Richten. We're heading south.
He'll make to loves you. He'll make to loves you.
We sent a care package to the city.
He'll make to loves
We
you.
hope it helps. And Elmater loves you. I think that's 23.
I think.
Whoa, thanks. Elmater loves me? Awesome.
Perfect.
A care package. I'll be watching.
Nice.
I hope you guys are okay. Kicking some more bad guy butts.
That's
Make sure you unload that card.
He got it. And he's
He's
going
already
to
got
be
it.
looking it. No, he got the message. And he'll be looking out for it.
Got it.
Okay.
Good day.
Da-da-da. And now, bedtime.
Okay. One night of easy rest on a cool summer night in this well-maintained dome of hiding. The next morning, you guys mark some more rations, I'm assuming, and you head off. So Jude, mark some rations for each person for each day that you guys travel. And Matt, go ahead and roll a d20. I mean a d12.
10.
Okay, 10. So, an overcast morning. Gray skies. As you continue in this direction, Venora, you hear this, like, kind of booming voice ahead of you. Decent way ahead of you, but you see down the road, and you can see where the road kind of, like, rises up a slight little incline and then drops down, and so you can't see behind it. Until way, way ahead, you see like some hills and mountains. But you hear this like... Nobody else seems to notice it. It's just echoing lightly, you can barely hear it.
I
Probably
hear
a few hundred feet
something ahead of us. Edvard, can you send soap over that hill?
Radio. So
just flies off, goes about a quarter mile down the road. And then, are you looking through Soap's eyes?
Yes.
You see, as Soap clears this little hill, just beyond it, these 3 ogres.
Oh,
each of them, like standing right by the road, and 2 of them are like pushing and shoving each other and like yelling at each other. And one of them just spit flying out of its mouth as it like at the other one.
I would immediately like stop.
What languages do you speak in there? No, you don't.
No. 3 trolls. I don't know. Stealthy carriage.
Let's be stealthy, and I'm gonna cast Pass Without Trace.
Okay, everybody roll a stealth check.
You get a plus 10.
Yes.
And advantage because.
Oh, and I'll roll for bonus.
Usually, yeah.
Could
You want me to roll for Lucky?
You get guidance.
Oh,
Almost as
who gets guidance?
Clonus.
Okay.
Because he's
Oof, he's gonna need it.
Wow.
So we get a plus 10.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, flat plus 10 on top of everything else.
Jerry.
Yes.
My bird and Lucky both got a 24. Is it
19.
cool?
I got 28.
28.
33.
nice.
Ghibli?
26.
Nice.
Lumen, what'd you get?
19.
Okay.
Bad.
As long as Levi doesn't take it right here.
So 5th got 25.
Okay, good.
So that's good. I got 18, and Clonus got 14.
Okay.
With the guidance?
You guys inch your way about a quarter of a
Do you want to
mile.
go off the road? Because they're on the road, right?
At least take the
yeah.
carriage and Lucky off the road.
They're like right off the road, but like basically like
We should
one of them
try
could
to
punch you if you were on the
sneak-
road.
And they're
sneak past.
around or over and like a.
They're just beyond this small hill.
Okay.
We should stop.
Is the carriage able to go off-road? I don't know how bumpy the fields
If you were going to
are.
go off-road, I would have given you guys disadvantage on your stealth check for having to move the carriage off-road.
Got it.
So if you're going to do that, you all need to roll another d20 and take the lower of the rolls.
I already rolled
think-
with disadvantage, so.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, me and Clonus rolled with
I was just gonna say
but-
we should take it to like the crest of the hill and then
just leave it.
stop and then plan. You know.
Okay.
You want to get
So
right
you
up
guys,
to them? And then plan?
Well, they're on one side of the hill, right up to where they can't see us. Right before that point.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, it takes you guys about 10 minutes as you slowly creep up. The closer and closer you get, eventually, both Titus and Cephas, you're hearing,
I'm sick of this. I don't care if you're sick of it. I was a tank last time. I'm a be tank again.
and then another one just,
I'm gonna be the what?
I'm a take your head for that. You said Wait, no, last time you were. Now I want to be the tank. Hey guys, we can all take turns.
This is good.
Well, last time he said I could be, and then, but last time he was, and so this time I'm gonna be.
And then you hear.
I'm gonna tell Mom about that. Guys, I think we're being kind of loud. Loud? I'll show you loud.
At about that point, you guys are like at the hill.
They're arguing, but I'm not sure about what. One of them wants to be a tank.
Can we try? Do you think they'll chase the bird?
I was thinking if we can get.
We could probably get him to chase Vith and the bird.
Oh yeah, this.
If I had just a little bit of time to sneak up, to get within like 120 feet, I could make a fog cloud so they'd all be blind, and then sneak a few feet closer and put grease all over the floor, and then you guys could kind of hoof it, and then
They're on the road. If people come by, they could be hurt.
It's true. Well, then we kill them.
If we're gonna be the people's hand, we can't just be it in the city.
Does anybody know if they're sociable, can be talked out of,
Well, I can
maiming?
try.
Well, that's a good idea.
We just may lose our elements of surprise.
We could offer them.
Well, not if you guys move
You guys
around
all
while I
are
try to talk to them.
You guys are talking to one another, pretty close to them. Can you guys all roll stealth checks again for me? Anybody that's not talking does not have to roll.
Oh, I'm talking.
I was talking.
29.
20.
31.
28.
16.
Okay.
Critical fail.
30.
Okay, what are you guys doing?
We try diplomacy, then?
Me and Thiefit can go over to him.
I'm just afraid. How far away in like feet are we?
Right now,
Human
like
feet.
45 feet. It's not a big hill. It's literally, it just like goes up about 15, 20 feet or so. And then just over that hill, that's where they are. So like, you can all hear them like shaking the ground with their voices. This like just yelling at each other.
We could just take my.
You saw the trees.
We're close enough.
Let's subdue them. We don't kill them at first, and if they wake one up, if it seems like it can be deterred, we send it on its way, and then if it can't, we protect people. I can throw down some grease, and we all jump over this hill. I feel like we'll get the jump on them.
Non-lethal?
At first, right?
I'd say non-lethal.
I don't know. If they can speak, seems like they could. You should try something. So yeah.
I don't know. I just feel like jumping out and like doing stuff to people doesn't necessarily lead to great starts.
Well, it depends on what they're here for. I guess we'll
Fine,
find
then
out.
I'm leaving. I'm going back to Mom's. You can get tasty human bones on your own.
Well, then we kill them, I suppose.
Maybe we should.
Wait, you don't know that?
It sounds like they
Sounds
eat
like they
people.
wanna eat
so
people.
Maybe.
All right, let's do this.
Listen, have you ever had a dog, Cephas, and then it bites somebody?
Let's go.
Sorry, we can't let them get away.
Pansy's walking away. You hear that, brother? It's just you and me.
I'm gonna
I guess
crest
I'm
the
the
hill.
tank today.
No, I'm gonna go. I'll run over.
I'm
By yourself?
I'm going.
I'm cresting the hill and immediately
Do
casting.
we not?
But they don't understand what's being said.
No, that makes no sense, Jude.
Yeah, we're not relaying.
You don't know
Oh,
what he's
we don't
saying.
understand
No,
it. Oh,
only
okay.
Cephas and Titus heard.
Yeah.
You guys just hear.
Oh yeah.
You did
One of
just say
them's
that.
going back to their moms, and the other two want tasty human bones. So maybe we wait just like a minute for that one to get away.
Because he's
we
good.
only have to do two.
No, can't let him get away. If he wants to eat humans, then I'll
forgot
start
the
running.
mic.
If Cephas starts going, I'm going, and Clonus is going.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna run over there.
You run over the hill, and you see these two hulking ogres. One of them is shoving another one who's walking away from him into this field. And as he's doing that, that one's facing, they're both facing away from you. And then this third one is like standing in the road, like looking at that one. And he seems like a good 1.5 feet shorter than the other ones. And he just looks and sees you walk over the hill and goes, "Guys! People!" And just as you clear it, he like points at you with this big, like, flabby arm.
I'm gonna yell, "You want bones then?"
In giant?
Yeah.
Okay. That's all you say?
Here they are.
The other two big ones just turn around as each of you clears this hill. All of you that are running up there, go ahead and roll initiative.
Okay. I'm crested the hill now, just watching.
Everybody is.
Jeez Louise, this die has rolled 3 critical fails.
All right, 20 to 25. Anybody? Woof.
Woof.
Tell you right now, those ogres got 26.
Oh no.
Well, they don't fall in that range either, then.
Oh, they're never going. Oh, crap. Big crap.
Big
group.
Okay. 15 to 20? Now you've got me joking.
Jeez.
Wow, this is going to be rough for you guys.
We're listening.
All right, 10 to 15?
13.
14.
11.
Anybody higher than 14? All right. So Ghibli.
I want to go last.
I had my money on Ghibli. 13 was Holik.
13 was Holik.
12. 11.
Me.
10. 9. 8.
7.
7. 6.
That's Cephas.
Titus. 5. 4. 3. 2.
What did that guy get?
1.
People, he's
I have
saying
a-
the numbers.
I got a 2. Technically 1, but I have a +1 on my
Okay, so it's a 2.
Yeah,
You can't crit
2.
fail on this shit. Okay. The clone's got a 1.
Nope.
You got a 0.
Yep.
All right, starting with
Fell.
the ogres. The one, or the other two have turned around, but it doesn't matter because they're going to run at you. The two bigger ones, both in unison, say, "No, on the tank!" And then they both start running straight for you guys. And they can each go. They can reach you. So one rushes for Titus, the other one rushes for Cephas. The one that goes straight for Titus, you see as he's running, he's like stumbling on these huge, like, fatty feet. You see his legs are just, with each step, there's just massive shaking jiggle. These massive creatures, huge bellies, this like massive fatty neck that hangs down. You can see like dripping oil and sweat off of it, and it's got these huge mouths with massive tusks coming out of it. They look like if an orc got 5 times bigger and let itself go really, really bad. Kind of Goblin Kingy from The Hobbit.
Ooh.
And then the other one looks jacked, like a jacked ogre. He's the young one.
That little one over there.
Yeah, the one that's
Cute.
pointing. Okay, they rush straight for you guys. As they're doing so, one of them kneels down and grabs a great club. The other one already has this massive, like, tree. It looks like where it yanked a tree out of the ground at some point, like 100 years ago or something. This thing is old and covered in, like, pitch. As they rush straight for you, one of them's going to swing at Cephas.
No. Cephas Bartolome.
That's a crit.
A good crit or a bad crit?
Good for me.
A good
Okay,
crit or
bad rolls. I get an explosion.
I would like to use my reaction to invoke my cloud rune
Okay.
and move it from Cephas to the other ogre.
Oh.
So the bigger of the two, the one that was pushing, rushes up, goes and swings this massive like tree as it's about to just clobber you, Cephas. A little cloud appears above your head, and Titus, you watch as the one that's like bearing down on you, about to hit you, from under its chin, crack, just gets hit in the jaw, and it goes like stumbling backward and
Don't start something you can't finish.
Best sibling fight.
This plate armor is magic.
Displayed armor is magic. That's so great.
Titus kind of giggles a little bit, but he's also terrified of an ogre standing above him.
I feel invulnerable now.
You're going to die.
Nothing can hit me.
smack you on the back of the head.
Okay, decent amount of damage on that guy.
I'm about to just get murked.
And then the other one will pick up its huge club and just straight down at Titus.
No. Here it comes. I don't have my shield up either, by the way.
Okay, so that hits you. That's 11 bludgeoning. As it just crashes into you and like pushes you back on the hill. It hurts real bad. The other one, the small one, are we fighting? Okay. Only you guys can understand. The two of you can understand it. You see it like pull these big poles out of the ground. It was like impaled into the ground next to it. They're just these long, essentially, for him it looks like a javelin, but to one of you guys it's like a flagpole sharpened on one end. And he picks it up and just throws it straight. And as soon as he throws it straight at you, he doesn't even see where it's going. He reaches into the ground and throws another one. He throws both of them at Cephas.
Let's put that armor to the test.
One of them got a 23 to hit, and the other one got an 18.
One hits.
Okay, sounds good. So one of them, that first one, just sinks into the hill beside you, just steps slightly aside, and then as you look up, another one just glances past your shoulder and cuts deep into your shoulder, and then crashes into that hill and goes boom, like bouncing off into the distance. It's a decent amount of damage. Let's see how that goes. Okay, that's 11 piercing damage.
-7, so I'll take 4.
Okay, so you just like squeeze all of your skin and muscles together, and as you do, you watch that cut just kind of slowly seal up. With that, that's all three of the ogres. Ghibli, it's you.
All right, I move up to the ogre. That's more flabby-like, not the super buff one.
Okay.
And
there's two of the flabby ones. You want to go for the one near Titus, I assume?
The one near Titus, yes.
Okay. So you're on the edge of the hill right here. So if you were to slip, you're gonna go down this like gravelly hill.
Oh, okay. Interesting. Okay. So
it's just 15 feet in the air.
I will make my attack. That's a crit fail.
Okay. I'll say you run. Go ahead and make an acrobatics check for me.
Okay, that's a 15.
Okay, you do slide at you, like run up and just a little bit too far, but then it just looks like you perfectly slide like surfer style down this hill and you don't fall prone. So you're just at the bottom of it now, looking up at this ogre now.
Played soccer for sure.
Yes. That was part of my backstory. I played a lot of soccer, yes, along with dueling. And then, just pretending that was intentional, I go for another strike.
Okay. Now at his feet.
Own it.
Yeah, that's 11.
Just barely hits.
Nice.
You guys are flabby. Sink into its fatty thigh.
Thank goodness.
Actually, probably it's like his knee. He just.
And so, in my awkward attempt to get my foot holding, I'm actually going to use that to try and be a little dramatic, try to get the attention of the flabby ogre.
Soccer.
And while he's confused of my stance, I'll take that advantage and make a distracting strike.
Okay, which means it something.
So I roll 2d8 extra damage, and the next hit against it will have advantage.
Oh, okay. It doesn't give it disadvantage. The next hit against it has advantage.
Correct.
Cool.
So that will be 11 piercing damage.
All right. Sinking into its knee, it's like kind of hopping around a little bit. And it's like looking at you, like having no idea what's going on. This display at its feet, and it's looking right at you instead of Titus. All right. Ending your turn.
Yes.
Holik and then Venora.
All right, gonna go down in front of Cephas.
So like 5 feet below Cephas now, on the road portion of this hill, going downward.
And I call Vith forward. We make attacks against this guy.
Okay. Okay, you gotta do it.
So first attack, 13 to hit.
Hits.
Ooh. 15 damage. Second attack. 17 to hit. And another 11 damage. And there's gonna be some ice. 3 more ice damage.
Okay. So you just slash into this thing quickly twice, just carving portions of its leg off. Actually, you're like about par with its face, so you're cutting into its shoulder, and you watch just big portions of this thing just
with my
slaw
scythe.
off. You're using the scythe?
I'm using the scythe.
Oh,
It's not got like fanciness besides being fancy.
You're not attuned to it? Okay. In that case, each attack, as you go ahead and go to make... Because you haven't done this yet, right?
I attacked with it before during
Once,
the other
right?
battle.
You did?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then it was stolen away from me like mid-battle.
That's right. Okay. On that second attack, as you swing and dig into this thing's, like the meat of its shoulder, you feel this like icy like pulse through your arms. And as you do, you feel it just kind of like twist into that thing's body, and it just strains your arms. Just feels very uncomfortable.
Okay.
Anything else?
Fifth attacks. 16 to hit. And 9 piercing damage.
Ending your turn?
Yep.
Alright. Venora and then Cephas.
Okie dokie. I am going to cast Spiritual Weapon right in between the two ogres. And
Between the two big ones near you guys?
and like behind them a little bit.
On the back side?
Okay, on
Yeah.
their back.
Yeah.
Alright.
There we go. And it's between, like, that's 5 feet with, by, yeah, okay. And then I think it attacks immediately.
You get an immediate attack.
Okay.
This giant sunflower, spectral sunflower, sprouts up out of the ground.
And 17.
So this magical spectral sunflower sprouts up. Which one are you hitting?
Which one is, like, wailing on Cephas?
The one on your right.
Okay, that one.
And then as this like magical glow is like emanating over it, it like looks over its shoulder and goes. Cephas, you hear.
She's using magic.
10.
10?
Yes.
Okay.
And then I will step back a bit. So I just have to stay within 60 feet of. And then I will bonus action Bardic Inspiration to. Cephas is one of those got hit the most, right? Yeah, because clone. Yeah. Yes, to Cephas.
Okay. So a D6, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I got attacked the most, but he took the most damage.
True.
I took 4
But
damage.
he just came and
11
helped him.
bludgeoning. Yeah.
So.
I just.
Yeah.
For clarity.
Okay. As you step back, that ogre just like.
She's so beautiful.
You're the only one that can hear that. And the other one goes,
No, she's my magic always tastes better.
Oh no.
Okay, ending Cephas, Cephas and then Titus.
Which one said she was so beautiful? The big.
The one that got hit, and then the other one goes,
She's mine, magic always tastes better.
Yeah, I'm gonna hit a guy who said she's so beautiful. That's right in front of me, basically.
Okay.
17.
17? Alright, that hits.
12. Then I hit him again.
Okay.
13.
Yeah, hits.
And I'm gonna smite as well.
Okay, you just cut deep into his belly with that first swing, and he. Now his head, like kind of like right in front of you. With a second swing from above your head, you crash down. You see this massive divine strike above your blade.
Ooh.
Nice.
11 plus 15, 26.
How you want to kill him?
Nice.
You watch as that first strike cuts deep into his belly, like kneels over, looks up at you as you just come crashing down with your great sword.
I'm not going to crashing down. I'm going to, after the first one is through his belly, and when I ripped it around, I swung it and sort of dropped down and just right through both legs.
Okay.
Nice.
So you slide down the hill then. Go ahead and put Cephas at the bottom of the hill, because that guy was down the hill from you. You slide to the bottom of the hill and just chop off his legs. Go ahead and roll an acrobatics check. I'll do it.
Oh, I'm going to roll my acrobatics, I guess. Sure.
I'll do it.
Oh, sorry. Acrobatics? 3.
You do stumble and fall after doing that.
All right.
You just overdo the swing. It crashes into the hill beside you. And crash to the ground.
I couldn't
And then this thing just... and you're just lying there on the ground, and its face just crashes down right, and it's just looking at you as it like. Okay, ending your turn.
Yeah.
All right.
Can I spend my movement getting up?
Yes. Okay. And you just like stand.
I will go large.
Okay. You go large. As you, Lumen, you were holding it, right? As you do, there's this little twinkle in the sky, and you like hear it, like what sounds like this musical instrument almost for a second, and then these flaps, and you go way bigger than you've ever gone before. Yes, you're like you're like twice the size of these ogres.
Does it push?
Yes, it pushes Clonus and Edelvard back. Edelvard, make a dexterity saving throw.
So good.
Oh no, you're going down the mountain.
That would be.
You are the size of this hill now. Just
Kaiju.
you are literally. You take up a 20 by 20 foot space. You stand 25 feet tall.
11.
11. You and you go crashing down the back of the hill, rolling backwards over yourself, Wesley and Princess Bride style. Just what in the world?
Oh, and Clonus.
Clonus needs to make a dex save.
What is that? What is that? Is that? I'm just.
So everything you get from your Gigantify, and then an extra D4 to damage on top of that.
3.
Clonus also
And a D4's on that.
goes prone.
And I'm gonna hit him with the eagle hammer.
Okay.
14.
So this massive hammer with this eagle like spreading its wings on the front that create the head of the hammer. You just swing straight for this thing. This thing now half your size as it like looks up at you.
Jeez.
18 damage.
Wow.
Where'd he go? And I would like to hit him again.
Okay. You just crash into his chest and you hear this.
24.
To hit? Yeah.
16 damage.
You see this time it like tenses up its body and like puts its shoulder towards it knowing it's gonna get hit, and you watch it just go and like its whole body slow motion like hurts real bad. How much damage?
16.
It's real hurt. You hit that one in its shoulder and like it went up the fat of its shoulder and crashed into its jaw, and you see like Slackjawed looking up at you. And you hear it saying, never tank again.
And that'll end my turn.
Ending Titus's turn, Edelvard, and then Lumen.
Spend my movement to get up, all of it, or just half?
Half your movement to stand up, but you don't. You just see waist up Titus at the top of this hill. You don't see the enemies. Oh, you see that one. Yeah, I'm sorry. You see the one down the road.
Here's the one I was looking at. Because I want to prevent him from getting to us. So I've got...
You see he's kind of like standing there, wide-eyed, just watching this.
I'm going to pull out my book in one hand, say some, things, some little runes float off of it. And then my net that's around one of my shoulders just kind of levitates off of me. I'm going to cast Catapult on the net.
Okay.
Towards
the net into ammunition, right?
Yeah, because it's 3 pounds and it has to be 1 to 5.
Okay.
Catapult's dexterity saving throw.
Dex save?
Yeah.
Is he a dexterous boy?
How dexterous is he?
9.
Oh, he fails.
Okay. So this net wraps around him, and he.
So he takes 3d8 damage.
As it just crashes into him. The balls on the end of the net that wrap around him just clock him in the head. 18. Okay.
Nice.
Yeah. And then I will summon the sword to my hand and put it on my hip.
Okay. Ending your turn, Lumen and then Clonus.
I guess my turn's already pretty much taken up, I guess.
And I'll say you had been holding that action, but it is going to be the action for this round, yeah.
Okay.
So you've got a bonus action and movement.
I'll just get up a little, how, am I at his face level of Titus?
Oh yeah. For Titus, you're. I was assuming you were flying up in the air, so you're like 40 feet in the air at face level with Titus.
I'll be up a little higher just so I can get a better eyes view of the battlefield, and then.
So you're 55 feet in the air.
And then I'll just scream at Titus. You got this, Titus.
All right, Titus.
Smash him.
And your turn, Clonus, and then the ogres.
He's gonna stand, and then he has to dash, but he's gonna get to the other side of the ogre to give flanking. He runs over there.
To give flanking to who?
to whoever can get into the corner. Because this is as far as he can go.
I guess Ghibli is technically in that corner. If you want to put him in that space, he should be in that square. There you go. Yep, that should be the give Ghibli advantage on his next attack. All right, ending Clonus' turn. The ogres. That big ogre just looking down, distracted by Ghibli, but no offense, now looking up at this massive turtle.
Don't take it.
And it took 2 big hits from it. Step slightly back.
My brother's dead. Don't go pay for that.
And then he, holding this big club, looks down at Ghibli and just That's a pretty good hit, not a crit, unfortunately. Okay, 12 bludgeoning damage. Are you below half your hit points?
No.
Okay. He will take another swing.
He just disintegrates.
As he does take a step back, so Titus, you can take an opportunity attack if you want.
I would love to.
Attack?
No, he doesn't leave your range. Go for it. As he swings again against
13.
Just hits.
Dude. Whap. Max damage, so you get to reroll one of them, right? For the exploding?
All of it.
Did you crit?
No, but it's my weapon.
Isn't that on a crit?
No, it doesn't crit, but when they roll the same number, I can reroll one.
Did I have you write it down?
No.
I'll double check for you.
Yeah, I rolled max damage on every die.
Okay.
Which was super cool.
Which is already what total?
22.
You're going to kill him. So how do you want to kill him? He has 3 health.
Oh gosh.
You couldn't. How much are you
But I want to keep track of
How much damage you do?
Yeah, because this is going to be my highest damage of the campaign so far.
That's fair. But I'll find it. I'll find it.
Not.
Oh, I found it. Here we go. All right. They're called Silver Eagle weapons. That's why I couldn't find it.
Silver Eagle weapons. Silver Eagle.
Okay, whenever you land an attack with a weapon and roll the same number on both of the weapon's damage dice, you can immediately roll another d6 and add it to the weapon's damage dice. You can continue rolling extra damage dice until you roll a number that does not match the previous rolls. So what did you roll 2 of? 6s?
6.
Okay, so if you roll a 6, you keep going. It's not necessarily like exploding because it just happens to be in this case that it is.
1.
Oh. Man, we're glad we did that.
23, so 27 damage.
Okay.
And I would like to come straight down on his head and make it flatten, so when it hits, you just see arms and legs.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he's just looking up at you, and you just straight down into his body, and then it is just this like inverted thing at the top of his head, and he's just like, and then he just crashes down at Ghibli's feet. Just, it would be so disgusting to see. Yeah, you just see as it crashes down in front of you, it's falling straight forward. You have to step back a few feet. As it crashes in front of you, you just see this like, you know those old toys that you would invert and then they would pop back up? That's what the top of its shoulders looks like. As you just see its head shoved down into its body, and it's just lying there.
Do I have to make a Constitution save throw to not throw up?
Go ahead.
90-20.
Yeah, you're just like, why? All right, ending your turn, Titus. Oh wait, that was his turn. Yeah. That was a reaction.
Jeez.
The other one stuck in the net. To get out of a net, it has to use an action, right?
Yeah.
Or does he make an attack?
Or you can deal 5 slashing damage to it. It's a DC 10 action strength. Pretty easy for this guy.
It's gonna try to cut it from the back.
He's got a knife. Is he doing an action or an attack?
It's an attack. So disadvantage, correct?
Yes,
He definitely hits. So with his big old knife,
Oh, there goes your net.
There's one of my knives.
he does 6 damage. Wait,
Cuts it right open.
7 damage.
More.
So you watch him like it falls in tatters beneath him, and he looks at you and just looks at the 2 dead ogres, and he turns and he just starts running down the road away.
How far does he go?
He can go 40 feet. All right. Actually, he's gonna dash though. No, he can't because he used his action to make an attack.
Yes.
Before he goes, he was gonna throw a javelin anyway. He has another attack. So before he goes, he picks up one more of those giant flagpoles and just hurls it straight at Venora. Just kidding.
That's quite the
Arcs it over the hill to him.
Nope, he's throwing it at Edovard.
Oh,
it definitely hits. It definitely hits. It's pretty good hit. It's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt. 15 piercing damage. So it just like slices a big gash straight through your thigh.
Does anyone have a bandage?
Because it's huge, and you barely dodge out of the way as it just slashes through your thigh, but it hurts. And then as you look back up, you see him bounding away.
Both hands on my thigh.
It looks like you played soccer too, I guess.
Yeah.
Ending his turn, Ghibli. You guys letting this guy get away? You're gonna chase him down.
Titus, can you toss me?
Oh my gosh.
Dude. So you yell up to Titus. Titus, you respond quickly if you want.
I guess.
Okay. I guess. You gonna hold your action?
I'm going to hold my action. When I get in range of the ogre, I'm going to attack him.
There's no way I could throw you that far.
40 feet?
I think you could.
You can get a running start.
It's more than 40 feet. But you can get a running start. I definitely think you can throw it.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, you're like 30 feet tall.
Okay.
You are.
You're kind of a giant.
You're 26 and a half feet tall.
All right, that's my turn. Waiting for Titus to throw me.
Pollock? Are you gonna like get close? I guess Titus could probably reach down and scoop you up. He's so tall.
I could always just get in a position.
Yeah.
And get right next to him.
I'm gonna
So you're
sprint.
probably gonna want to run. So how much can you run?
I could run 25 feet.
Okay, you can get there. So he'll start walking that way, and he can scoop you up. All right, Pollock and then Venora.
I'm gonna sprint down the road, and so is Griff.
That's it.
Yeah, I don't have anything else.
All right, Venora and then Cephas.
He's farther than 60 feet away from my flower.
Yes.
Okay. Then I'm just going to walk to the top of the hill and probably do nothing.
So you walk up to the top of the hill and just see this guy running away. Pollock
I don't
and
even think
Vince
my
just
arrows
rushing
can-
for him, and you see as Titus starts to bound down the hill, holding his hand low to scoop up Ghibli. Cephas and then Titus.
All right, can I... How close is Ilmounter to me?
Is Venora on Ilmounter or
No.
No.
Were you on Ilmounter?
No, she was riding Ilmounter when
When this
presumably
started?
she got
Okay.
off.
So he can be at the top of the hill, so he's within 15 feet of you.
Okay, then I want him to run to me, and I'm going to hop on and chase.
So that uses half of your movement, or half of his movement. What's his total movement?
60.
60, so you have 30 feet to move once you're on him. And then you can dash for another 60.
Yeah, I mean, I'll dash to him.
Okay, so you rush right up to him. Okay, Titus. Like a baseball. He's like the size of a baseball in your hand, basically. You grab Ghibli, run as far as you can. As an action, are you throwing him?
Yes.
And then you just fast pitch softball style, like.
Could I have inspired them? Like, just,
You could have heard Ghibli. Ghibli had to yell for Titus to hear him. So you inspired him?
yeah, inspired inspiration.
What do you say to inspire him?
Who should I inspire?
Ghibli or Titus?
Probably the one that needs to be thrown.
Who are you inspiring? 3, 2, 1.
You.
Titus?
You throw.
Okay, what do you say to inspire him?
I knew it. Be careful.
Play ball.
All right. Everybody knows baseball's huge and
All I
risky.
want to say is be careful.
Ghibli, there's a moment where you clench up because you realize he's about to grab me, and then this huge hand lifts you up to the air. It is way more concerning than you expected because you have no control over your body, and you're just being thrown around, and then woo,
There's the biggest smile on my face right now as I'm being thrown.
holding your sword at your side. What'd you roll? You have advantage on this. It's going to be an athletics check.
33.
Nice.
Ghibli. So like, as you're just so much pressure against you, it's gonna be hard to get that sword ready. So you're not gonna be making any flourished strikes here.
I just want one single strike.
You are going to be a thumbtack. You just put your sword straight ahead as you were rushing straight for this guy's back as he's running, and then he looks over his shoulder and just sees this dwarf like shooting straight at him. Go ahead and make an attack roll.
A dwarf has
Alright.
never moved so fast. Is this
Yeah,
a one-time
that's a
use?
20 plus.
20 plus? Okay, so you were gonna stick straight into his back.
Oh my goodness.
I will say, what are the bonus dice that you would get to an attack roll?
A D6 and a D4.
You can have both of those. Go ahead and roll, and I'm gonna make this a crit. So it's your rapier attack as a crit, so 2d8s, and then the d6 and the d4. Go ahead and roll.
Jeez.
Almost exploding. Not quite.
Almost as good.
All right then. So that's already 11, 12, 13, 14. So that is going to be 19 piercing damage.
Now, here's the kicker.
Yep, I was waiting for this.
Just you hit so hard. Like, he had to throw you so fast and so hard that as you crash, you flatten against this guy's back. How much damage was it?
19 piercing.
You take 10 bludgeoning and fall prone on the ground behind it.
Worth it.
Dude, amazing.
But this guy just goes as you look up, and you can barely see the handle of your rapier in his back. It is buried in there. So will somebody put Ghibli on the ground behind him? Ending Titus's turn at Ovard.
Your rapier now will be known as Spinal Tap.
Oh, that's not a bad name.
Edovard and then Lumen. You see this guy like animate like.
Is he dead?
No, he's just like stuck right there, like because out of his chest, barely this tiny little, because it's still a dwarf-sized rapier, and this guy's an ogre. So like, Vith and Holik, you can just see, or no, Holik you can't, but Vith sees just this tiny little like nib of the end of the little needle out of his chest, but he is like. He has this thing rammed through his sternum, so he's like, kind of stopped there.
Did he crack his back?
No.
He broke his back.
He broke his back.
Severed his
It
spinal
was
column.
straight between two vertebrae. So it's stuck there. He like, back.
Point at it with my sword. Sideways. Cast magic missile at him. Bam!
So 3 missiles?
Yeah. David, how do I do magic missile?
So you roll 1d4.
1.
Plus 1. 2. So 6 damage. Okay, that hurts. He just like barely moving his head around, looking at you. Lumen and then Clonus.
How far is he?
95 feet away.
Oh, so I can do guiding bolt.
Okay, you this massive ray of divine energy straight for him. Roll an attack roll.
Heck yeah.
Get it.
11
plus your spell attack modifier. Plus 7. 18 will definitely hit. So that's 4d6 radiant damage. Go ahead and roll that. Isn't it 4d6 or is it 2?
It's 46.
Hit 46.
46 damage?
4d6 damage.
Flat. 2 4s, a 2, and a 5.
15 radiant damage. Crashes straight into his back.
And then
you smack straight where that rapier was and just shove it through. Now Vith sees like half of it sticking out. It's glowing bright white. And he's like,
Just got a rapier handle in the middle of his
on
chest.
his knees, not dead, just like, I can't move. Clonus, and then his turn. What is Clonus doing?
He's gonna run up.
So his creature has 40-foot movement speed.
Oh, he does?
Mhm.
Very cool. Oh, he could try to do a javelin.
Hucks a javelin.
Oh, that's pretty good. 18 plus.
Hits.
So that's 7 from the first. Oh wait, he would have had advantage. But
It would have been, yeah, just do it on the next one because this doesn't count.
so the second one,
Into the guy's shoulder.
just straight roll. 16.
Hits.
And another 7 damage.
And that just through the back of its neck, and it falls to the ground dead. That's a kill for Byron, Lexi. As the battlefield calms down, you guys kind of stand there as Titus, this hulking figure, towering above each of you.
How do you get so big?
I don't know. I've never gotten this big before.
Fruits and vegetables.
Fruits and vegetables.
I need fruits and vegetables.
It's definitely your fruits and vegetables. And
I'm gonna.
the spell enlargement.
Oh, can I see, do I see anything further in the distance now that I'm like...
Make a perception check.
No.
Okay.
Heads in the clouds.
I want to rifle through the pockets of the first two. They're closer.
They're not wearing any clothes.
Yeah.
Can I quickly
All right.
throw the carcass off of the roadway?
Sure.
While I'm there?
Could I see if
And then
the
you go all the way back down to your normal size?
That must be jarring.
Can I see if the jacked guy had anything on him?
Roll an investigation check. Jude, are you doing that? Or the other one?
No.
This guy's wearing a leather loincloth. The other two don't.
I will not be rolling an investigation check on that.
Okay.
18.
Okay. Rooting around in there. You have to you're looking underneath the loincloth, wedged on the right side. You find a large knife, effectively like a Bowie knife, but it's so big that it in your hands is the size. I mean, you can't get your hand around the handle. So in your hands, it's like the size of a long sword. No, it's more like it's like the size of a gladius.
Okay.
But
a
with
massive
a round
handle.
big round handle. So you have to hold it with two hands. It would not be conducive to swing.
I'm gonna ask Clonus to
Clonus, can you write something up that says, "The people's hand, keeping the roads safe"?
Yeah, I can do that.
We'll put it right by these bodies then.
and I'm gonna go find it. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna use that gladius weapon or whatever, and
it looks like a Bowie knife.
Yeah, and I'll stick it the writing that Clonus made into one of the trees that's nearby.
There are no trees nearby.
Yeah, I wanted since we're going through this, it's one of the trees just right through. Is there
You can get one of his
So you guys watch
flagpoles.
as Cephas takes this note and this big thing and into nothing goes. Looks good. Walks away and it just falls to the ground. He's hallucinating.
Oh, I thought he Martin Luther.
You get that tree.
No, I put that tree stump the tree stump that the ogre had. I put it back into the ground, and I put it to that.
Hey, make a strength check.
I'm gonna dig a hole. I'm not gonna just shove it into
That's
the
what
ground.
you're making a strength check for.
Digging a hole.
And picking it up.
Yeah.
17. Is it just straight strength? 21 then.
You dig a big hole, shove this thing in there like a post, close it off. It's kind of lurch to the side a little bit, and then you reading this beautiful writing that Clonus said. He's this beautiful script in this fountain pen. It says, "The story of these three ogres ends here. But in the name of the king, the people's hand's story moves on."
Cool. Good job, Clovis.
Stick it to the post near the bodies.
Okay. And then this massive knife, sticking it so you can barely read it.
It's like the tippy top of it.
It's a huge knife, dude. The tippy top of the paper uses
Fine. But I do it anyways.
Okay.
Looks good.
All you can see is just people's hand at the bottom.
People's hand move on or so, whatever I said. The people's hand continues forward.
Well, but someone went up and they could read it, right? If they went up to it.
Yeah.
While that's going on, I go and get my rapier that is inside the ogre.
Make a strength check. You go to it fell on it, shoving part of it back up through.
Oh,
It's a 22.
So you stand
Oh my
on its
gosh.
back. You grab the sword, and you guys watch as Ghibli is just two hands on this rapier, and then finally straight up into the sky as he does, just blood and viscera, this arc across the air as Titus is standing there watching, just looking up at it wow. It's covered in fat.
Ew.
Incredible. And you stand like Luke Skywalker, in that one poster with your sword above your head. And
Yes.
And Venora.
just drop down off the ogre
From,
and
15.
walk away.
I got it. Could I have cast Detect Magic?
Sure.
Cast it ritually, the Detect Magic,
Okay.
and then check to see if they might have ate someone that had something magically.
I love how your brain works.
Ritually casting Detect Magic, you fly close to the blubber of one of these big ones. And you just see the slightest little glow.
Oh no. Time to go digging.
Gotta cut them open.
This is the one that Cephas cut deep into the belly of.
Belly of the beast.
Is that the only one that's glowing too?
Yes.
Do it.
Would anybody like to help me There's something glowing in here.
I would
got
love
it.
to. I'm already covered in Vithera.
Oh, trust me, so am I.
He knows what the word is. Can I tell how big it is? Can I tell how big it is?
You are not certain. You don't know how deep into the fat folds of this creature it is, so it could be real tiny.
I'm going in.
Are you just squeezing, climbing in there, Titus? Is that what you said?
You're just climbing in?
Just kind of opening it up.
Ugh. Okay, go ahead and roll an athletics check for me.
I'll guidance that.
Okay.
I'll help him.
14.
Okay. You watch as he's like tearing as best as he can at the stomach of this creature. It's just disgusting. And you come up with a blade, your sword, and just start carving down the side. And then stuff just comes pouring out. But you're watching Lumen. You don't see any glowing stuff come pouring out. What are you doing, Titus? There's a big old hole in this thing's belly.
Do you see where it is?
It's still in there.
Just go searching.
You swim into this big creature.
I can hold my breath for an hour.
Go ahead and roll an investigation check. With disadvantage, roll an investigation check.
I reach in there and try to grab his foot and... Guidance!
Okay. D4.
Hopefully it's not ticklish. 12.
You go rooting around. You guys, for 10 minutes, just... Stuff comes kicking out of this creature.
Kicking out.
You do find something, finally. You can't see what it is, but it feels like the size of something, you know? Like, it's about soccer ball sized, maybe. It's not quite volleyball. No, it's about the size of, like, a small melon.
I breach.
You take a big breath. You guys see he's covered in just dark, gross viscera, mucus, and slime as he just...
Is this it?
You see as he holds up a skull. It is not glowing.
That's not it. I'll go back.
Okay.
I'm so sorry.
He just
Disadvantage, roll investigation.
trudges back into the gaping wound.
Wait. I can't see you do this. Let's just cut it all the way open.
17.
He slimes his way in there. You going for the cut, Cephas?
If he's in there?
No. Okay.
You'll deflect off the
So
shield.
you're just watching as this fatty sack is just like moving around. Something's inside of it. You're just
I'm gonna cut while he's
Where
like
he's not?
carefully cut around, like opening up the
He kind
area
of
that
goes
he went
up
to.
towards the top of it, and you're just like opening it up the rest of the way. Go ahead and make a strength check for me.
Athletics,
Sure.
Guidance.
guidance, 4 plus I'll use my bardic inspiration, 6. That's 10 extra from all that. It's good because I rolled a 2. Plus 10, so that's 20 without anything. So 22.
You bisect this creature the rest of the way.
got 22.
You bisect this creature the rest of the way. Now, from like its belly button down is a separate chunk. There's no glowing in that chunk, and you just drag that away. And now Titus is in the top of it, just moving around.
As soon as I see Titus...
You see Titus's little legs sticking out the bottom.
In Larch.
What?
Oh, no. It's the best, easiest, quickest way.
You drop the concentration of detect magic,
I'll just have to cast it again.
and then cast Enlarge
I suppose.
on Titus. And Titus just
breaches.
no. Titus, you're getting bigger and bigger. It's getting cramped and cramped and cramped, and then you guys see now almost correctly proportioned legs sticking out the bottom of this.
Oh, is that what we're doing?
I'll go big. You also go big? Okay, well then with that,
It's become a meat suit, and then he just
it just tears apart. Two disgusting chunks fall to the side as you stand there.
Did you find it?
Shredded skin. I'm sorry, I had to drop detect magic.
He did not deserve this.
Are there items on the floor?
Well, we're really sending a message.
The people saying.
Does anyone have prestidigitation?
No.
That's not gonna do much. There is a murder scene, like a 30-foot wide.
I'm gonna begin taking the pieces and putting it back into the pile of
I haven't got to play around.
Murder scene.
You know how messy just one human's body worth of blood is? Now it's an ogre's.
I'm gonna take my check.
Okay, roll a perception check for me in this mess.
I was just trying to save time.
You did. He wasn't gonna find it with his investigation.
I was determined though.
6 plus 7.
13? You see a slight glow underneath one of the arms over in the distance. One of the pieces that went flying. And you go over there, and you just kind of reach your hand underneath and you feel something, like a chain. You grab all of it and pull out this chain with an amulet on the end that is glowing. You see the amulet looks like this like frothy mug. It's covered in viscera and grime. But this like frothy mug, like a root beer tankard, basically, and hanging on this chain. It's a nice looking gold chain with like a gold amulet on the end. It looks like a mug of root beer.
What
A root beer float.
weird.
I found it. Titus, look what we got.
Awesome.
We're all just
Let's get a move on.
All right. Titus just wipes all this as much of the crud off as he can. You guys leave?
Yep. I'm not gonna leave till I pick up the road.
Yeah, I'm gonna help Cephas out.
Okay. You guys spend an hour and a half, as best as possible, cleaning this up. There's just stains everywhere too, but you take all the parts and put them together as best as you can and kind of pile up the bodies.
Is there flowers that could bloom possibly?
There's some like weeds here and there.
I'll try to make them bloom with my druid craft, make it look
There's
nice.
like a little patch of dandelions in the area.
Yeah. And then I also make it smell good too, because
Okay.
the bread does not smell good.
Kind of like a little cloud of you guys. Now it's disgusting scent that's right here. There's a little cloud of like.
Why didn't you do that earlier?
Of lavender, and then a wind rolls through and blows it away, and you're back to just body.
Sorry, I tried.
Do you even know what that does?
fun.
No idea.
Interesting.
I'm glad you had fun, Titus.
Okay, what are you guys
See when I
doing? You leaving?
that one
Yeah.
down?
We leave.
Okay, you guys leave.
I did see
The rest
that,
of your
Titus.
day goes by fine.
All things considered.
Yeah, it's a good day. Great night's rest, I assume, in the hut again. The next day, David, roll a d12.
Yeah, we're just
I'm scarred.
Three rivers nearby?
4.
Yeah.
Cool.
Oh my gosh.
4.
4. A beautiful day of travel, no issue.
The hut smells so bad.
Oh, really?
We all.
We've not been by
Titus, yeah.
He has to sleep outside. He can pretend to be a rock.
Yeah. That's fair. I can do that.
Another day, another night.
God.
6. This is now the 4th day. 6. Okay, that's the same number that got you this. An easy day travel. Nothing bad.
Gosh.
That's 4 days travel.
That night,
Fast speed, which means 5 days.
I want to wake up Venora.
In the middle of the night, you wake up Nora.
I've always loved you.
I need to talk to you for a second. Can we step outside and talk for a minute?
The spell ends if I leave the area.
It does?
Yeah.
Oh, gosh dang it. Then I can just wait till the morning while people are packing things up. If we could step away from people and talk for a second.
Do you want to do it during breakfast or like as we're walking? We'll just fall back a bit.
Either.
Probably falling back would be easier.
Sure.
There's like we can't. There's just a field.
Okay, what are you guys doing?
During travel, we're just going to
Yeah,
fall
we're
back.
just gonna wait till travel.
Okay, so the next day, Jude, go ahead and roll.
11.
Oh, that's a no, Bob.
A nice day,
No.
nice weather. It's very, very hot. About halfway through the day, Pollock, you kind of pull Venora back. Roll a stealth check, both of you. Unless you want people to know that you're slinking back.
Jeepers creepers. Armor's no fun.
Jeez. 19. No, 20.
8.
8 and 20? Okay. Venora and Pollock, you notice. Just kidding. Titus,
We don't
Lumen,
notice.
and Edovard.
Hey, everybody.
Titus, Lumen, and Edovard, you notice Holik, after about a couple minutes, you notice Holik and, actually like 30 seconds, you see Holik and Venora just kind of like whispering to each other like 15 feet behind the cart.
I want to like flag Lumen over with my eyes.
My eyes.
With my arm.
Lumen's fairly perceptive.
There's no trees.
Lumen, can you hold these reins?
Sure I can.
I'm gonna just lean back and try and fall back with Soap, listening.
Okay, so you lean back, close your eyes, Soap. We'll still
We
check
can
for Soap.
see. Okay.
He can hide in the trees.
He's hopping in the grass.
With advantage?
Do I notice what he's doing?
Sure, you get an advantage.
No, that's not fair.
16.
Oh wait, we're trying.
But yeah, I see.
Do I notice what he's doing?
Okay, you two have a private conversation.
Oh, I don't see.
The bird didn't get close
Edovard,
enough.
You hear all of it.
Oh.
But you two don't know.
No.
Go ahead.
There's no birds.
So don't cut anything out.
No, I wasn't going to. Wait, if I swear the entire time.
No, I don't mean like cut it out. I'm saying, Levi, say what you're
No,
saying.
yes. If you can do sending, then I need you to meet 2 people so you can send for them if anything happens.
Okay.
Like 2 very important people that I need you to meet.
Where are
We're
they?
going there.
Okay.
I just wanted to let you know
I'm going to be meeting.
you're going to be meeting 2 people. I don't know if I want everybody else.
Family or people you owe money to.
Oh, family.
Okay.
Just-
Okay. I don't know if I need to like bring swords and daggers. Are they going to mug me in the back alley? Okay. No problem.
No.
It'd be perfect. It'd be nice to be able to tell family when you're okay or not. I understand.
Okay, and you
No
guys
family.
kind of like go to jog back up to the cart, and as you do, you watch as Soap from right behind you flutters past you.
Magic missile.
Edovard, just the most devilish look, looks over his shoulder, back behind the cart.
I just wink at you. So sneaky.
Lumen, you're watching Edovard, and then you feel it as the cart. You look back, and you notice you're like going off the road a little bit. You get back onto the road.
Sorry.
As we pan out away from the road, and you hear,
I'm halfway in Soap's brain.
yeah. You sound normal to me.
You sound normal to me.
At about this point, Lumen, as you turn your eyes back to the road, you see straight down the road, about pretty far away. I don't know how far, but pretty far, just the silhouette of like a lone figure just walking straight towards you guys.
It's not running towards us.
You can't see how fast it's going. It's pretty far down there. You can see the heat mirage as it's just this distant, in the middle of this heat mirage, this like lone figure. And you guys are getting closer to it. It's in the middle of the road.
Soap.
So
Edward, we should send Soap.
you look at, just as you look at Edovard, he goes, like the side of the car.
Now, Edovard just holds fast. He no longer is.
Okay, so you see Edovard's eyes close.
Yeah.
And then as you're looking from behind Edovard, you watch Soap just fly past. Yeah. It's kind of creepy. Soap is like grabbing things, like pulling himself forward, and then grabs hold, boom, like launches.
It flies like the creatures
Soap
from the end
launches
of the
himself forward off of the cart and then glides for a while. And I hate it.
Soap flies like it looks like it was filmed underwater, and they were just jet pushing him through the water, but it's in the air. So
And
just
he's
like,
also disproportionately slowly flapping wings. So he's going fast, but going.
oh, he's just a
Work of art. Yeah, it's disgusting. It's almost like he's grabbing the wind in front of him and pulling himself forward.
Reaper.
It's actually one wing after the other. It's not
Yeah.
even in unison.
He's like Michael Phelps, but gross.
Why do familiars always become Michael Phelps?
What?
Everything becomes Michael.
Familiars become Michael Phelps.
We joked about
Microphelps.
Michael Phelps.
Well, one
The
time
Sprite.
in last campaign, Mike's familiar, who was an imp, got transformed into a fairy, so like a little human guy, and we said he was just like this really cut little dude, and so we said he was Michael Phelps, and we called him Micro Phelps.
Now
And he
we
was
got
like-
the bird.
It's perfect.
All right. Bird
Bird.
flies off. Roll a stealth check for. So.
Advantage?
Sure. Yes. Actually. Sure. Yes.
I mean,
Sure. Yes. Actually. Sure. Yes.
22.
Sure. Yes. Sure.
Oh, noise.
Okay.
Shire.
He's just like back and forth, this like sidewinder motion. You're watching him, and he's like left, right, left, and then as he gets closer and closer, you're watching through his eyes. He goes really, really high, and then circles around over this silhouette. From a legit bird's eye view, right above this guy, about 90 to 100 feet above him, he's circling around like a vulture. You see this stumbling man stumble to the left, back, forward 6 steps, and he's just slowly making his way, like limping and stumbling.
And we're like however many days travel away from the nearest settlement?
You're 5 days, actually like 6 days travel away from Fort Trinity, which means you've already made it past the fork in the road. There was yesterday a fork in the road that went left and went into Strelovand. You passed that, and you're now going southwest. And you see ahead of you these huge mountains known as the Tor Pinnacle that you're about to get close to.
I'll just slowly get down to his level and start whispering to him.
You float down just behind him. He doesn't seem to notice you as he's like, ugh. So now, getting a good look at him, you see, you know Chandler from Friends, the hair that kind of like hangs over on both sides in the front? It's a nice, like this guy's got recently been to the barber within the last month. So a nice clean cut on the back, and then this hair kind of hanging in front of his face. You can see some scruff all along his face though. So where he recently was to the barber, and it seems like it's growing in a little bit, but like he has a nice haircut. He's got a lot of scruff growing, patchy in different places. As you get closer, you see there's blood like dripping from his neck. It's just like dripping along the ground as he's walking. His right leg looks badly injured as he's like limping. You see plumage, like this nice plumage around his neck for like a nice nobleman's puffy shirt that's torn and tattered. You see this bright pink and purple shirt in various places with like the fancy plumage and everything all torn and tattered. A nice vest that would like hold tight against him is still relatively intact, but some buttons are loose, and he's just like dragging himself. His right leg, his pants are all torn. You can see blood going down, like stained and dried against his leg. But for whatever reason, he's still dripping some blood off of his neck.
Howdy, partner.
Oh, hi. Who said that?
Me.
And he like
I'm
looks
the
around.
bird.
The bird? You said that the bird?
I'm the bird. What happened?
And he's like holding his stomach as he looks up at the bird. He like turns around now, and you see just like cold, steely gray eyes, scruff. He looks badly hurt and injured. A big black eye.
I've been very hurt. I haven't had anything to drink in days. I know I'm seeing this. Another mirage.
You can just feel like the thickness of his tongue as he's talking.
Where'd you come from? What? I don't know why I went that way.
He like looks around.
But
I'm all turned around. Which direction did I walk from?
He's like looking in each direction.
Who sent you?
who are you? Edivard's gonna hold his action
My name is Terran.
to teleport Silk into a pocket dimension.
Please, can you help me? Please.
Perhaps.
Wait.
Do you disappear?
Yeah.
Okay.
He needs water.
I could give him water. Is he Does he look okay?
He's badly beat up. I don't know what happened. He said his name's Terran. He can't even remember the direction he walked from. So.
Do you want to run up to him?
Your Maiden needs his hand.
I don't see anyone else around. Let's go towards him.
Can I borrow the horse?
Yep. I slip off.
I'm gonna get on a mounter and run to him with some water.
Okay.
Clonus is going to go right up beside.
Like a minute and a half later, you get right up next to him. You see he's like, when he sees you coming, he can like he shrinks back and kind of like takes a few steps back. I'm sorry, please. And he like kneels. You see he gets down on one knee, he puts his hands kind of in the air.
I dismount.
Terran.
Oh, how do you know my name? Holy warrior. I'm sorry. Can you help me, please?
You spoke to my friend's bird. I'm going to approach you now with water.
He was real. He just disappeared. My name is Terran Sadik. Please. I'm son of Ashen Sadik.
I'm gonna put my hand against his hand.
And he like winces.
And I'm gonna put 10.
As he's kneeling there, you hear as his leg like resets, and you watch his eyes go wide as like this divine glow out of him as he. Thank you.
Ilmater would not see you suffer.
Oh, I'm out of Ilmater. Thank you.
Drink.
And he just snatches the water skin out of your hand and just big gulps of water until he's drained it, and then he just like, like clearly hurting his stomach. He does not. You can tell just from that. Like you've gone days without water before, and you know that like he has consumed way too much, way too fast, and he's probably about to throw up.
All right, I'm gonna give him another 2 hands. Yeah.
And you watch as just like every cut and blemish on his face disappears. The black eye goes yellow. He seems fully healed. There's dried blood on his neck and face, all down his leg, and he's just this tattered, like, beaten nobleman.
What happened?
I was attacked. My father sent me on a mission with a missive. Do you have any food? Please? It's been days. I don't know how many.
Yes, come back with us. We've got food.
And he like stands. You watch him like, and notices his leg doesn't hurt anymore, and still moving slowly, very weak. Like
I lift him up and put him on a mounter.
A horse. It's been so long.
Hold on.
And then he just like falls forward and grabs a hold of the neck of Ilmater and just rides off towards the rest of you. And you guys see as a horse, and guided by Clonus, leaving Cephas behind, rides up to you guys. And then he like slides off the side and falls onto the ground.
Do you have any food, please?
I'm gonna go up and... Do I still have it? Yeah, and I'm gonna give him a couple good berries.
Okay. The first one he just downs really quickly. Yeah. The second one he's like nibbling on.
Thank you. My name is Terran. I was attacked by a group of, I don't even know, some sort of sellswords or bandits. I hail from Boulderwind, west of the Kirkbine Peaks. My father's name is Ashen. He's a local lord. And he sent me with a small force.
Go ahead and roll a history check for me, Ghibli.
That's a natty 20.
Okay, you recognize this last name. He said Terran Sadik. Sadik. His father is known for like quite a few different industries. He's been mayor of Boulderwind multiple times. Made a name for himself that way. Initially, he was a very successful businessman. He ran a very successful like jewel enterprise out of the Kirkbine Peaks, and then he took a lot of those riches, turned it into these like buying up a bunch of farmland, and then he made a bunch of money growing like hops, and he grew like this weird sort of these like medicinal herbs that are like really, really good for like relaxing people's muscles, and then also like it's used in a lot of different magics. So there's this, with that role, I will tell you, there's this like infamy to the name, which is that whatever a Sadek does, he is successful in. Like, it seems every enterprise, like that's kind of what they're known for amongst noblemen. Whenever they try something, they make bank, and then they get famous for it. But they're kind of from a strange town. That's the weird thing too. They're from a town called Boulderwind, which is like, it gets its name. It's northwest of Port Doreau, where you're from, and it gets its name because of this crazy phenomenon that happens in that area, which is these really strong winds will like tear through these big open plains, and they will lift rocks out of the ground and launch them like miles.
Jeez. Oh no.
Yeah. So it's really yes. They're like tumbleweeds would, but faster. And this city is just past all of that. But it's small. Like, it's nice, but it's small because not a lot of people want to go there. And it makes trade, like, really treacherous. So anybody that can, like, navigate through this area is also very wealthy. And, of course, they've also led that effort. So it's like they own everything. They're like Disney of that area of Resquilia. They just own every enterprise. Everything they do is successful. It's weird. And then one little thing I'll tell just you.
He can't whisper.
This Whisper is brought to you by Christian Influence Ministries. We appreciate that you listen to Of Lore and Legend, and if you want to find more content like this or a God-centered community online, go to discord.gg/Christian Influence. Thanks.
All right. With that, as I was saying, he goes,
My father sent me with a message to find someone that was traveling through the kingdom. I'm going to each city along the way, looking for somebody, and as I got to just past Treator on my way to Trinity, I was attacked. All of my men were either slaughtered or captured by these bandits who were taking us, I don't know where, probably to hold us as ransom. I'm sure that they knew who I was.
Did they say who sent them by chance?
They did not. They were just reveling in the fact that they had taken all the spoils. I mean, I travel a little richly. I had a good sum of money on me for my travels, and my father had given me a sizable stipend, and they took it all. And then they were dragging us away. And then now for well over a week, I'm just being beaten regularly for information. They always wanted to know, how much am I worth? Or how much is Daddy going to pay for his son back? And I traveled with them for a week. They slaughtered half my men, took the rest of them as captives as well. And they were just traveling with us towards these, and he gestures towards those mountains. From the south towards those mountains. And then the craziest thing happened. As we neared the tree line of the Wildwood.
Tree line?
Yes, the tree line of the Wildwood at the base of the Tor Pinnacle.
Tor?
They were attacked by militant elves out of the trees. I didn't see them until half of these men were dead, and then elves come rushing out with ropes and tied off their necks and hoisted them up into trees. And I just ran as fast as I could away from there. And I've been running since, at least, 2-3 days maybe. Probably longer now that I think about it. I don't know how far away I am from the Wildwood. I'm a bit farther from those mountains than I thought I was. I'm so tired. I haven't eaten anything in days. I had some rations in my pocket that are now gone, and I drank what I could find.
Did the elves say what they were attempting to do?
In Elven, probably. I don't know what they were saying.
Well, you can rest in our wagon, but we're headed to Wild Valley.
Please. I can't go back there. Not that way. That's where I just ran from. Thank you for the help, the food and the water, but I will continue my journey. I have a message I have to deliver.
Who are you you trying to
What is
find?
the message?
It is not at my discretion to say unless any of you are him. And he looks right at Cephas. What is your name?
Cephas.
Never mind.
Who is it you're looking for?
A man that looks similar to he
The
does.
only other Goliath we know.
Drake?
I am looking for a man. Drake? No.
Okay.
Never heard the name Drake in my life.
What's his name?
I'm hopelessly lost, and I'm tired of asking around for this man, and I can share his name. His name is Togan Kruluk. Togan is his first name. Krulok. Togan Kruluk.
Goliath, is he?
Yes. He's fairly old. Goliath. And from what I'm aware of, he is a holy man. I don't know why I asked you. You said you follow Ilmater, yes?
Yeah.
He is not an Ilmater paladin.
Where is he supposed to be?
So, I don't know. My father said to find him and gave me 2 locations to look in. He said Port Duro and that he had a friend in Tredegar. Couldn't find the friend. I don't know his name. I just know that he had a friend there and nobody would give me anything helpful, and so I just moved on, and from there... Oh, I did hear that someone thinks that they had seen him in Fort Trinity, and that's where we were going next. Somebody recognized the name and said that they had seen him in Fort Trinity.
Do I recognize that name from the Forge?
From the Forge?
Because there was a Goliath over there.
Roll an intelligence check. Well, I'll just say right away, that Goliath was pretty young.
Okay.
He said this guy's fairly old.
Okay.
I can.
Or an older Goliath. Not decrepit necessarily, he just said he's older.
I could ask. Are the mayor? He's mayor, right? Of Trinity, Fort Trinity, Trigon.
Oh, he's the military
commander.
high commander of the fort.
I could ask the high commander, who's also a Goliath, who's there. If he's, I don't know. They could know each other. No,
Are you from Fort Trinity?
we just came from there.
Oh, okay. Let me give you the description. Very tall, bald, kind of old, deep voice, commanding presence. I'm just describing every Goliath ever.
I was just wait.
Do you know what god he follows?
Yes, Azotol.
It's a shame he doesn't follow Ilmater.
What's his name again? Togan.
Togan
Kruluk.
He's a follower of
Azotol. He also... There's a chance he's serving in the military.
Then he
The
would
first place I
definitely-
went said that they had heard this guy had taken up arms with the army as kind of in a way maybe to hide or to kind of blend in with everyone else.
Okay. Is there anything else I should know when I'm asking if he knows about him?
That he has a friend in Tredegar, and that my father knows him. Ashen Sadik is an old friend, and the things are bad.
Okay.
Did the bandits?
But that's a message for him.
Yeah.
Did the bandits know that you were looking for this guy?
They never said any of that. They just saw me, saw riches, took all my money, presumably knew who I was or that I was some sort of nobleman, and just took me away. They never said anything about... I've only said the name of this guy to specific leaders in different cities who could help me, and nobody's had any help.
Can I do just a check for like any illusion magic?
Sure. Can I get an investigation check?
An insight check.
On that last thing, yeah?
24. 26.
Doesn't seem to be lying. Nobody seemed... as far as he's aware, the bandits had no idea who he was looking for. You don't see any illusory magic on him.
I cast Sending to Drake.
To Drake?
Yeah.
Alright, what are you saying?
Do you happen to know Tolgan Krulik? A follower of Azatol, friend of Ashen Sadik. We have somebody looking for him. He might be in Fort Trinity.
Your mate loves you.
I think I hit my limit.
Yes, that name rings a bell. I think he served under me. If he needs to talk to him, send him my way. I can facilitate that.
Cool. He knows where he is. Or, I mean, he said that he could set up a meeting for you guys.
Who said that?
Trake. The high... I can't remember what he is. Commander.
Fort Trinity?
Fort Trinity.
You have the ear of the High Commander of Fort Trinity? Who are all of you?
We're the People's Hand. We just did...
What?
Just a group doing some good. We just came from there after helping him out a bit.
Thank you so much. And he's expecting me?
Yes.
This is wonderful.
I didn't give him your name. I didn't know he would know. So, but if you just tell him that we sent you, then
Okay.
he'll know who.
How's he gonna get there?
I will walk.
What time is it? Is it late?
It's
Or
like afternoon.
too early to rest.
Not for him, but
No.
I will walk. I can make it.
Do we have enough rations to give him?
Weird music.
Our ration keeper walked away.
Where is the next town?
Just for my own understanding, how far can my mount go? That
Infinite.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You just don't
I'll be
have.
fine.
You lose connection to it after it's a mile away, so you can't call it back to you.
You'll have to recast
I
it.
just have to recast.
Yeah.
How? And we're 4 days out from where we were.
5 days. 6 days. This is your 5th day of travel, but you've been traveling at a fast pace and you gained a day. So you're essentially a normal pace. You're 6 days away.
Take my mount. His name is Il Mounter. Make haste, the road gets ugly ahead, and we can give you some rations.
Thank you.
The slaughtered ogres was us.
Okay. Thank you.
And we didn't actually cut it up. It sort of exploded like that. We're not
I got it.
like that, just so you know. Okay. If you find any more chunks, though, just put it back into the pile. We try to clean it up.
Okay. I will. Thank you. You don't have to do that.
I can mend your clothes up a little bit.
That would be wonderful. Thank you. And you just watch as these loose threads kind of like grow out of the edges of his clothing and just weave back together.
You get more presentable that way.
Thank you. Thank you. All of you are so kind.
These elves that attacked the bandits that had taken you hostage, have they set up an ambush?
As we reached the tree line of the wild wood, they were in the trees and arrows came flying out at us, and then they swung down from the trees. It seems like they were already there, if that's what you mean, yes?
The mount will only last 6 days.
Understood. I'll get there in 4. Thank you for your help, everyone. I have nothing to give you or to pay you with, but I will make sure my father knows what you have done, and
Here,
he will pay you.
give this to your father. It's important. Do not let anything happen to it.
Oh my gosh.
He must see it.
I give him a tract for Ilmater.
He takes it. He opens it up. I will.
I see it's one that I wrote, and I take it back and I give him one that Clonus wrote. This one looks nicer.
I'm certain my father would love to give a donation to your church.
Thank you.
And he slides it into the breast pocket of his vest. And then
I can't begin to thank you enough. Thank you so much for everything you've done. I will make sure that my message is delivered quickly and at all. Now, I stumbled across a group of people who not only gave me water and food and a way to get to the next town, but an invitation to speak with the person who I've been looking for weeks. So, thank you. That is incredibly meaningful, and the significance of those who you serve not lost on me. So,
your mater is good.
I believe you.
Safe travels. I'll check in, make sure you're getting along.
Thank you. And he just
Guidance.
rides off.
I resummon him after.
I was literally about to say,
He's
no,
like
I have to
45 feet
walk.
away. You guys continue on?
Yep.
All right. Finishing
Sorry,
that day of travel.
Venora. You can get on my back.
You're already slow.
When we start to go, after he's left,
Wait, are you still slow?
what do we want to do when we reach the tree line?
Are we going through trees?
Yeah.
I thought that was accurate.
We have to go through the forest to get to Wild Valley.
Well, we're not bad, so maybe they're only attacking bad people.
Didn't sound like they were calling out to.
They looked like slavers, probably, so...
Then let's get rid of them.
We look like quite the motley crew.
We're not carrying around beating people.
Titus is still covered head to toe in dried blood.
Maybe we should get a wash. But I feel like probably diplomacy is the best way to deal with elves. They're not. We haven't heard anything about them stopping trade routes or anything. You'd think we were just in Trade Acre. I think we'd hear something.
Well, if they're attacking groups of people, I'm just saying, we might get attacked.
Just don't lie. Every time we lie, we get in trouble. Unless they ask how old I am, then I'm 18.
That's the only lie we're allowed to tell. Because that went great last time.
We can always go down and enter the tree line with a white flag.
Ah, we're French.
We're French.
Bonjour, white flag.
Bonjour, white flag. Oui, oui. She'll see my key.
Bonjour, my name's Cephas. French. French. I don't
French
know anything
Revolution.
else.
We. Surrender. We.
Good day, mate.
Good day, mate.
Oh, wait, wrong country.
We'll fight if we have to, but I don't think it's going to come to that.
Alright.
Alright, what are you doing?
Headed out? We're still days away from the forest.
Yes, we are.
Yeah.
I just wanted to
Yeah.
make sure that we knew we could just be walking straight into an ambush and die.
But that means we're prepared for it. It can't be an ambush if we know it's coming.
Now we're walking into an ambush. Prepare.
A trap isn't a trap if you know it's a trap.
Well, let's set off the trap.
Clonish, let Venora use your mount.
Riding on the goat versus riding in the back of the carriage isn't going really...
Lady, let him be gentleman, yeah?
He's slower than I am at half speed.
What's your speed?
That's not true. Would you like to ride Oberam?
I love their names so much. I'm good back here for at least today. Maybe tomorrow. Thank you, though.
It's okay, buddy. He pats Oberon. All right, you guys continue that day's met with no other issues. Lexi, go and roll D12.
What?
Can I also read my book of Goblin?
Sure.
8.
Very hot day.
Yuck.
You are sweating. The ground is dry and hard. Your feet are sore. Everybody roll con saves.
Sorry, lo siento. I feel like I should have already been rolling these.
Another good day. That's a win. Do you have a little chart for?
I do not. I can start.
I rolled a 10.
20.
16.
You're aiming for a 15. You're aiming for a 15 here.
Dang. I fail.
Yeah,
Vith and Clonus succeed.
If you fail,
You die.
let me know.
So Oregon Trail, you have dysteria. Or what do you die from? Dysentery. That's what it is. Dysteria. That's all right.
Dysteria is a sick spell name, though.
Ghibli?
Mass
21.
Dysteria.
Okay. Jarrett?
Him.
20.
10.
Fail.
16.
11.
Yigs.
You guys lose a day of travel.
Ew.
Today is very rough. You are in
succeeded.
constant need of breaks and rest because people are like feeling like they're going to pass out from heat exhaustion. It's really, really bad. So you're regularly having to stop, rest underneath the cart to get some shade. It's probably well over 100 degrees out here, and most of you are wearing armor. It is really, really bad, and you travel about half as far as you'd like. So you lose a day of travel.
So
Why not take off those bandages and cool down?
You've now spent 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days to travel.
Hey, we made up a day and now we
Yep.
lost it, so
I'm
we're back to...
During one of our breaks, I'm just going to send Tolkien, whatever, Taryn.
What?
What, Taryn, is that his name?
Taryn, the guy you just sent away?
Just asking how, because I didn't do it the first night. I was just seeing how his day's going.
I'm doing good, thank you. I'm camping right now.
Oh, that's good. Maybe we should camp during the day and then walk.
Oh, you sent it during the day?
Yeah, it was during one of our breaks.
Sorry, I thought it was at the nighttime.
No.
Yeah, he's doing fine.
Okay.
I'm dead.
I died.
I died.
Roll a D20, yeah.
Roll a D20. You reach me in Elysium.
It's great here. The message didn't get delivered, though.
I think I made it to Fort Trinity. It's so much better here.
Than I would have ever
I passed out one last night, and I just woke
Somebody
up.
stabbed
and I was
me in
already
the
here.
stomach, and then I passed out and woke up.
Like, did you deliver your message? No, it's wonderful. Somebody stabbed me on the roadside, and now I'm in heaven.
People are really dumb.
So much better than that. I absolutely failed and was murdered.
But it's great. Okay, go ahead, Marill. I mean, Mike.
Got it.
9? Okay. Halfway through the day, it is really, really hot, but cloud cover, so it's humid and gross. And then all of a sudden, rain pours down.
Yes.
It is a very, very hot rain, but an absolute deluge. And Titus, it's like a hot shower. It's really uncomfortable, but the ground just soaks it up. And it rains the rest of the day. But you guys travel a day.
Does Titus get clean
I'm
enough?
clean.
I'm clean.
The elves are going to think we're murderers.
I'll roll.
A blue dragon.
A blue dragon is coming out onto the map.
Okay. I'm not gonna describe him anymore. Good day. Go ahead, Levi.
11.
Is he gonna describe them? This one?
I'm not going to describe anymore.
I'm not gonna describe anymore.
It's a good day.
Pauses.
It's a good day.
Are you guys doing anything? Your nights or whatever?
I'd like to just keep studying my boat.
Okay, roll an intelligence check. I'll just tell you, if you roll a 15 or above, it's a success, and you can mark that as a success. Okay. But mark how many successes you have. You have 1 right now.
I got 1.
Go ahead. Matthew.
4.
4. Okay, anybody doing anything? It's a good day.
Goblin book.
Go ahead. David.
I sleep at night.
5.
It's another good day. It's 11 days of travel.
4.
It's a good day. 12 days of travel.
This day, I go talk to Cephas. On this day.
You go talk to Cephas?
Yeah.
Go talk to Cephas.
One of the days.
On day 12 of travel. You guys, at this point...
It's been long.
Huh?
It's been long traveling.
Yes. At this point, by the end of the day, you will be reaching the Wildwood.
Ooh. Do we just now see this tree line, or have we been kind of seeing some?
You see it at like noon today. And you know by end of day you'll see the Wildwood.
I'd like to do something as well when they're full.
We should pick up some wood when we go there because no else place has it.
Be very lucrative business. Wow, that was words. Lucrative business. Okay. We just step back a little bit. I was just. Can I ask you a personal question?
Yes.
How did you get your scars?
I got burned all over my whole body
When you were young? Or
when
recently?
I was in war.
This war?
No. It was a war where we took a keep. And we was coming out. We was eating shoe leather and drinking the blood of our own horses.
What?
Horses, not ulcers.
Our own horses.
The blood of our own ulcers.
I heard horses.
I heard horses.
Horses.
More like something good to drink.
Either way, it's pretty gross, but...
One's much worse.
Are you serious?
Yeah, we had to fight. Well then, I found something. I found these two hands digging in the dirt. I just knew I had to do it. I didn't know what they was, but it was this.
And I show you my holy symbol of Ilmater.
And when we went to fight, the whole army was covered with fire, and so was I. But see, I survived, and it was because of this. Ilmater took my suffering that day, and these scars are just a reminder.
Where was this?
Well, it was called Acre.
For Riscalia, right? No, who was it? Do you remember?
Yeah, I do. I know. You mixed a couple things up.
What I mixed up? Goldacre. That's right.
Was that, yeah, you guys made a final stand in Goldacre.
In Goldacre. I was close, and I said Acre.
And you found that holy symbol.
Yeah.
And you used that, and you rallied.
Yep.
And you took it back.
Yes.
And then, way later... Do you want me to just say?
Sure, yeah, go ahead.
Later, as the Strelivan army was trying to take things back, and they were taking cities back, and you were a part of that, when they went for that big final conclusive battle, and they went to take back their capital city, and the entire army was torched out of nowhere, inexplicably. And that's where that happened. So that was months later.
Okay, months later.
But in that torching, you held close, right, to that amulet, and it spared you. Everyone around you was black husks, and you were dead.
So, it was this war with.
Okay, then yes.
Well, it wasn't here. It wasn't.
No,
just
not
here.
here. Yeah, it wasn't
that's what you
here.
meant.
Yeah, I meant just with the.
Not like I thought like the recent fighting. Yeah,
Yeah.
like generally
Yeah, no.
speaking, the war.
With
Yeah.
It was like over a year ago that happened.
Are you from Strelivan? Is that why you were fighting in the war, or were you just? You don't.
This sword is where I'm from. Rather not talk about it right now.
That's okay. Yeah, I didn't mean to get so personal. I didn't.
You can know my scars, but you can't know my wounds. Not yet, Venora.
Deep.
Dude, Cephas loves Tumblr.
Anyways, I slicked back my emo hair.
Not yet, Venora.
Not yet,
Page, baby.
I'll write your name.
I'm really glad you made it through that. I'm glad that Ilmater was there for you. And you were able.
That he was.
Thanks for telling me your story.
Did Terran make it?
Yes. Well, not there yet. He was fine last night, though.
It's been 4 days, Lexi.
We kind of traveled.
I forgot. I was just thinking about doing
I'm
it.
about to resummon my horse. So.
Did he make it?
I'm about to resummon my horse.
Yeah, I checked every night.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Well, night where Levi rolled 11. That's why I asked, does anybody do anything?
Oh, I was just. That was.
Died and you missed it.
I did it every night.
I did not know that.
I said I was
I
gonna
asked,
check
does
out
anybody
him.
do anything?
She said not the first night, but every night.
Because I did that that day.
That night, so 3 nights ago, he was chased all through the night by a pack of goblins.
Your horse can outrun goblins.
Don't like goblins much.
But he's okay.
That's
And then
incredible.
in the next 2 days, like, he hasn't seen them since. But that happened on that roll.
Jeez.
He's just mid-gallop.
But you check tonight.
Yeah.
He has made it to Fort Trinity.
Cool.
And he is resting in Trake's Manor.
Perfect. And Drake knew. Perfect.
I resummon no mounter.
Okay. By the end of
Jeez.
travel tonight, or today, you guys will be at the edge of the Wild Wood.
I meant to have been doing this during travel when we rest each night, but it's like a yes or no thing, so.
Brush your teeth.
Edward doesn't brush his teeth. I'm gonna try and bond, because the weapon bond thing, one is with the sword and one is with an axe. I'm gonna try and replace the axe one, which I can do, but I want to do it with the giant bear trap. So that instead of going like putting my hand against the ground and pulling the axe out, I can like put both hands against the ground and then summon a bear trap.
That's like.
So once I net
You don't
someone,
want it to summon like that.
well, when I net somebody and then I go beneath them and go, whoosh, I do want it to summon up like that. So I'm gonna try and like just like do that.
Okay. Make an Arcana check.
And I would ask Lumen to help me. Actually, I was gonna ask Titus if he could help me, because like runes, like the cloud rune, and like understanding how things travel across space.
Titus, you don't really understand how this works, but you're like, when I scratch this rune, it makes things
Marlon
teleport. You know,
Marlon Brando.
When I scratch these runes, it makes things
so I'm not going to give you advantage. Titus is like doing his best to be like, you know, maybe scratch this.
19.
When you got an itch, scratch it.
Yeah.
I never thought of that.
After 2 nights of trying, on the second night, towards the end of the night, it disappears. It
Nice.
appears.
Awesome. Cool.
I'll attune to the scythe.
You attune to the site?
Yeah.
How many nights ago was this?
Like the day before.
Okay. Anything else anybody wants to retroactively do, Lexi?
Probably. Why are you distracting me? No.
I don't let Taryn use my mount.
It's killed by
So great for the listener. The person listening is like, spends an hour, 30 minutes, like, this is a reality. Wait, no way, this is reality. Wait, no way, this is reality. Wait. All right. So last night, you spent some time attuning to the scythe.
Yeah.
So while Edovard is focusing in the corner on a bear trap, because it's in the middle of, you're in the middle of a field. And Holik, you kind of walk off by yourself, sitting on this rock, holding this scythe. I already told you what it does.
Yeah.
So you know all that information. Spending some time with it, just focusing on it, you can feel a magical bond. Something living within it. And it's stretching towards you. And you kind of... There's a long period of time where you're just focusing until finally, like, you realize the way you're trying to bond with it is the way you bond with Vith, which is this, you have called upon him. But with this, you just change your tactic, and instead, you just empty your mind. And all the little bricks that you've laid, this wall, fortress around your mind, you drop it. And immediately flooding in, there is a presence.
Oh, I don't like that.
And you feel exposed and seen. And then, as if your mind is opened and a scroll that is your mind lays out across the ground, and a large eye in the sky gazes across all of it. At one moment, it disappears in an instant. Your walls go back up. As you sit there with your eyes closed, there's just a dull rumble deep within your mind until you open your eyes. That is all. You feel a connection to this weapon, and you know you could channel power through it.
At what cost?
What are you doing?
Probably not sleeping much that night.
Do you leave that place? You just fall asleep sitting on that rock? What are you doing?
I leave that place. Ugh.
As you stand up, you start walking away, you hear a voice.
Oh no.
What kind of name is Hulk?
A sliver of my power is now yours. Enjoy it. And then you feel a presence, as if it's tearing itself away from you, and you immediately miss that presence. The absence of it is greater than what it was being there. But you know you could channel through this still.
That can't be bad. You're probably fine.
I don't like that.
What was it, a scythe? I hear lots of stories about noble kings and knights with scythes.
Yeah.
Lark was a good guy.
Who?
The guy that had it? Lark?
Oh, that's right, Lark. Wait a minute.
Yeah.
You know, in the end, he really redeemed himself.
Pretty much cowards and death.
And
Alright, new sides?
Yeah.
Cowards and death. Pretty much cowards and death himself.
I mean, Death isn't a bad guy. He's just doing his job.
Alright, from there, anybody else? Alright, so, fast forwarding again, it's the afternoon of the 12th day of travel. You know by the end of the night tonight, you will be on the edge of the Wild Wood. You guys said you're like going to rediscuss this or something.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Can we travel slow on the approach into the wood?
Was he slow?
Well, we're on day 12.
I think that's a good idea.
So, how long do we expect it to take us to get through?
We've made time in last time.
Pollock, in your experience, it's usually 2 days through the Wild Wood.
2 days through the wood.
Okay, then we have 4 days to get through.
Have you been through here before?
And do you come here often?
So are the elves
It's
new?
not a joke.
To my recollection, they're new, yeah.
Roll a history check.
Off the top of my head, maybe not. 6.
You've heard rumor that elves live in this forest, but you've never experienced any, you've never seen any, and you've always chalked it up to fairy tale.
So if it's actually happening, I feel like something's changed.
So are we going to try and sneak through the forest?
I don't think that we'll do very good at that.
Are they completely barring people from travel?
We haven't
idea.
heard anything.
We only know of one anecdotal group of bandits
I say we go slow
that were slaughtered,
and easy and just go through.
but they let the noblemen get away.
If they're bandits, I'm not worried about them. But if they're elves and they simply say no, I don't know if I'm in a position to kill them.
And if they are elves, most likely they feel like this is their. If they've taken up root here, from my knowledge, they probably think that this is ancestral ground to them.
Then let's
that
be
it's
quick.
theirs.
If we're just passing through, we're gonna try and stay. We're not
Then
gonna
let
hunt.
us be quick and
We'll just
diligent.
leave.
I'll take
No
lead.
fires.
Send soap ahead.
Do we go with
I'm
white
fake.
flag or just stealth through?
We could attach a white flag to the cart.
Yeah. I don't think stealth's gonna. If we're going through the woods,
I
they're
feel
going
like
over
we
there.
should go this force as in a faster pace. So I don't know if stealth would be the optimal choice.
I think that we should go at a slower pace so that we can see if they're coming at us better.
Normal pace, not stealthed. White flag.
That's the middle ground.
I'm fine with a normal pace with white flag.
and we can disguise as elves.
No.
Probably a really bad idea.
No.
I just look at Clovis and then look at you. No.
Okay,
Looks at
so you
Titus.
guys are attaching like a white sheet to the front of the cart.
I ripped some bandages off of
My face.
Okay. And with that, you guys reach the edge of the wild wood, setting up camp there for your 12th day of travel. Go ahead, Jude. Now you roll. Oh, you did roll. It was a 12, right?
Oh yeah, it was a 12.
Oh no!
Is anybody staying up for watch tonight?
In the woods, yeah.
Yeah.
You're not in the woods yet. You're,
Well,
you're at
like-
the edge of them.
If we're at the edge, then yeah, still.
And my familiar can take a watch, and I assume Vith can take
Viv can take a watch.
And you
I
can take a watch inside the dome.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can take
So
watches
who
inside
is?
the dome.
In the middle of the night, 2 a.m.
Soap is.
Soap? Oh, okay. Never mind then. Who takes next watch after Soap? Lumen? Alright, roll perception check.
19.
Okay. While you're lying there, just looking up out through the bubble, you see way off in the distance a shadow. Like moving past across the stars. Some bird. Then it gets bigger.
His bird?
And bigger.
Not his bird.
And bigger. And you can feel the grass surrounding the dome
I should probably look up what the
as this thing like dives down, and then two huge massive wings stretch out
Near
from
the
its
dome?
side. You don't know how close it is because how dark it is, but just above you it looks like it's like 60 feet wide. And then it coasts silently over the trees of the forest and then out of sight.
That's
And then you wait. 15 minutes later, you see it again, and it does the same motion again.
And it looks like a bird.
Well, now I mean, it's huge. If it's a bird, it's massive. But like, you thought it was a bird initially because it was just so far away. It was this tiny little speck flying around, and then it just got closer and closer, bigger, then glides over the trees. And it's not an exact replica each time, but it's like, it does it, and then it like kind of goes off a different direction the next time. And then it comes from the other side the next time.
Can I get any good looks at it? Like what the tail looks like at all, or
There is a long tail behind it, like almost serpentine in the air.
that's cool. Can I see feathers at all, or just an outline?
With disadvantage, roll a perception check.
220. Cheers.
No. You're not sure. It's a dark silhouette in the pitch black of night against stars. That's really hard to see.
Someone have dark vision that I know of?
What did you say?
Clonus has dark vision.
Clonus does, I do.
I do. A lot of people do.
Gosh. Okay.
I think there's only you and.
I'll wake up. Cronus.
Clonus?
Yeah.
No, you mean Hulk.
Hold
Okay.
The guy who's not here, you wake up his character?
He was pointing at Levi.
Yeah.
I wake up Clonus. Alright, what's going on?
Holy jeez, usually wakes up.
He's a very peppy guy.
Holy what? I can't whisper, I'm sorry.
Everybody wakes up.
There's something flying above us.
You look, you see nothing right now.
Okay. Can I make a perception check?
I'm just kidding.
He just woke me up to gaslight me.
Hey, look. It made you look. Go back to sleep. You dummy.
12. I don't see anything, dude.
Use your dark vision. I don't have it, so you should be able to see it.
I'm always using my dark vision. I can't turn it on and off.
And then all of a sudden, this massive flying creature glides right over from the tree line over you, then goes straight up into the air.
Can I make some kind of check to see if I know what kind of creature would be that large in this area this time of year?
Make a nature check.
Aurora Borealis this time of year?
Make a nature check. A black Aurora Borealis.
Oh, this is so bad.
6.
Oh gosh, wake me up.
Creatures in this area, nothing of this size that you're aware of. I mean, you're very familiar with this area. So whatever it is, as far as you're aware, it's like it doesn't belong here.
It's probably just a bird.
And then it just soars off until it gets smaller.
Towards the wood or away from the wood?
Away from the wood.
And it's been going towards the wood and then coming back, right?
No, it's just like it's been up in the air, then soared down, and then glided over the wood, and then later it'll soar down from over the wood and glide over you guys, and then it'll glide away from you. It's like just in this general like half-mile vicinity. It's like starting from the air and then gliding around. But it's like nose diving, gliding. It's all repeatedly, almost silently.
Fenora.
But you watch as it like is just coasting away now towards the Tor Pinnacle, that mountain range.
Yeah.
And getting farther and farther away.
Fenora, I'm gonna jostle you awake. There's some kind of massive flying creature. I have no idea what it is. Large, massive wings. I don't think it's a bird, it's got a tail.
Wait.
Like a serpentine tail. Flying above us. It just went off towards the mountains.
Has it the first time it's came by?
According to Lumen.
Saw it a couple times. Trying to make out what it was.
Lumen saw it 3 times.
And I saw it.
I've only seen it once.
Or once.
It went that direction?
Last scene.
Make a perception check with disadvantage if you'd like.
Use your dark vision.
I'll turn that on.
Guidance.
Why didn't you guidance me?
I thought you were good at it.
Disadvantage, you said?
Yeah.
This one's so much better. Just 19.
You don't see anything?
I'll stay up and see if it comes back, I guess.
Okay. 15 minutes or so go by. You guys don't see it again.
You have any idea what could be?
I mean, it sounds like a dragon. There's no dragons, though. I wonder if it's... Can elves use illusion? Air magic?
Probably.
There aren't dragons. Like, we know of no dragons. Like, it's like a myth.
I mean,
you don't see dragons.
Last I heard about a dragon was hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years ago.
I know I've heard myths of them
Venora,
in the
you've
seas.
heard rumors from sailors recently that over the oceans there have been dragon sightings, but everybody chalks it up to like some sort of cabin fever, or like some monster that people are just saying are dragons. But it's been more frequent lately from people like that.
Yeah, there's the sailors at ports are always telling stories about dragons, but the demon and the dragon's a very famous sailor's tale. Like, I don't know why it would be here, but
Well, they have something here.
I'll stay up, watch. It's my turn, and I'll see if it comes back. But
All right.
Okay. Rest of the night goes by, nothing.
rude. I stay up
You
and
guys
try to remember everything.
going up into the woods today?
Yes.
To the woods.
Go ahead, Lexi.
Oh.
Lexi does the D12. Do it good.
5.
5? Okay. It's a different terrain, but Holik takes charge, knows all the ways in and out through different paths, and
all of them.
Easy day travel, nothing out of the ordinary, except for Venora and Holik. Both of you throughout the whole time feel this strange back of your neck, the hair kind of sticking up, but everywhere you look, nothing. And occasionally you swear you hear this strange kind of clicking echoing through the forest.
But we're just in the forest.
Mm-hmm. There's no road through it.
Trees.
There's like
so
kind of a
much.
path, but
Could I sit and do detect magic ritually in the cart?
sure.
Okay.
No magic other than what you'd expect. Okay.
Make sure we're actually in the forest. Make sure it wasn't like an illusion.
I'm assuming you guys set up
See if
watch
it's
that
but a
night.
tree.
Yep.
Nothing out of the ordinary stumbles across you.
So we're in the forest now, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Next day of travel, go ahead, Mike. This should be your last day in the forest.
We should make
You should
it
be arriving
as long
to
as
Wild
you don't
Valley.
mess this up.
You're not rolling. What are you doing?
For
goblins.
goblins. 17. Wait, no, that's a
What are you doing?
17 on a D12. Nice.
12.
Oh.
Oh no.
You succeeded that goblin check, though.
I did, yeah.
Okay. Another day. A cool, breezy summer day in the shade of the forest. 3/4 of the way through the day, Holik, it has been going very smooth. And you just hear occasionally this strange, like... these like weird clicks. Almost like water dripping in a cave, but not quite. Like a pebble falling here and there. Not a sound you're used to in this forest.
Venora, I think the trees are speaking Vietnamese.
And then you see it. You quite literally see this light at the end of the tunnel. Straight ahead of you, you see where the path opens up about 100 or so feet ahead. And through it, you can see light cascading through the trees, and off in the distance, what look like some sort of animals, but the welcome sight of Wild Valley in the distance, just past the tree line. And then, half a mile away from the forest is Wild Valley. Not even half a mile, maybe a quarter of a mile.
Is this the end of it? There's no more forest after this?
There's no dense forest. There's trees here and there, like little patches and stuff. But this is the valley forest.
Can we stop for a few minutes? I would have done it this morning. I just wanted to pray.
Okay.
In the fields, in a little alcove meadow.
Okay.
I miss the trees.
You've never seen trees before.
So you continue forward.
I miss them.
Walking towards the edge of the tree line, where ahead of you sits Wild Valley.
Could I do druid craft and sprout or bloom stuff if there's things to bloom?
Yeah. Occasionally, there's lots.
Just
little wildflowers here and there, just these beautiful wildflowers blooming. Everybody roll dexterity saving throws.
Oh, okay.
Dang it, Michael.
What? Oh, that's good.
Oh, that's so bad. That's better than I thought. That was a 2.
Jeepers creepers.
18.
11.
Oh, actually, and if you have a passive perception less than 14, you do this with disadvantage.
Oh, that's so mean, dude. I rolled so well.
I wish I got that.
11.
11.
Oh, 11.
20.
Whoa. The DC for this is 16, so if you roll less than a 16 total, let me know.
I did.
How many things you rolling over there, bud?
Dude, I have to roll for 3 people.
Oh, lucky.
Okay.
Yeah, any animals though, like mounts. Actually, lucky. Yeah. Lucky, the ram,
Lucky got a 17.
Oh, the ram. Shoot. Do you know what the dex is on a
+1.
ram? Oh, wow. The ram... Oh, well, he still failed. He got 12. Yeah.
12?
We all failed.
Okay, all of you failed? All 4 of you, or whatever?
Jeez.
Is it 5 of you? 4 of you. 4.
All 4
Okay.
of me.
Both of you, Matt, you and your mount, Ghibli,
I failed.
Titus,
Succeed.
20.
Fail.
Fail, what a lucky.
Succeed.
Wow, that's surprising.
Fail.
Fail.
11.
16.
Okay, so the only successes are Lucky and Lumen and Titus?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. As you guys see this ahead of you, and Holik pushes you guys forward, signifying you're almost there, and you start rolling forward. Holik, you take a step, and just as you do, you hear a click of a stick, and you tense up. Nothing. You take 2 more steps. Something wraps around your neck, yanks you off to the side. You guys watch as a rope from nowhere, invisible until around Holik's neck, yanks him off into the trees. As you, each of you, freak out for but a moment. Titus, you look to the side, see one rushing for your head. You down into your shell, goes right over you. One wraps around Lucky's head in front of you, Edovard, and Lucky just bites at it and tears it. But Edovard, around your neck, and you were yanked off the cart towards the tree line. Venora, the other direction. One from the right side around Ilmounter, one around your neck, Cephas, and you two are pulled in different directions. You hit the ground, pulled off to the side. Ghibli, you're pulled back. All 4 of the people you control, Holik, you take those 2 more steps, and then you were pulled, and then one pulls Clonus off, one pulls the ram to the side, but it's, fighting it because it's an animal. And Lumen, one wraps around your waist, and you just fly as hard as you can, and then whatever's holding it loses its grip, and you fly forward. With this, each of you pulled in separate directions by some intense weight, just yanking you back violently from your necks around with these ropes around your neck. That's where we'll leave it.
We were so close.
You think it's the elves?
No.
No.
I think it's those bandits.
I think it's the Vietnamese.
They're a bunch of old timey people with canes from the plays that go.
You bullywugs.
They're all the stage managers.
Yeah.
Shadows rise and fires gleam of lore and legend we dare to dream. Steel in hand and hearts aflame, we carve our path, we claim our name. Raise the blade, sound the cry of lore and legend, we'll never die. We fight as one, the people's hand, their hope, their strength across the land. Darkened woods and stormy skies, the call of fate, it never lies. Through dungeon depths and dragon's roar, our tale will live forevermore. Raise the blade, sound the cry of lore and legend, we'll never die. We fight as one, the people's hand, their hope, their strength across the land. Sound the cry of lore and legend, we'll never die. We fight as one, the people's hand, their hope, their strength across the land.
They wanted human bones. If we just give them Edivark, the rest of us should be fine.
But I'm human.
You're human? I thought you were something.
You have wings,
Well,
it doesn't count.
I'm mostly. The angel juice is the barbecue sauce on his human sandwich.
Oh, you didn't know? I'm a tabaxi.
You're
a hairless tabaxi.
Yeah, I'm one of those Persian ones.
That would actually be.
Yeah, the leprosy just took off of the fur.
Ghibli, do you think if you sat on that side of it, and then I jumped on this side of it, it would fling you up?
Like those things. Like the water things where you put a bunch of people, like one person on one side and then you have a bunch of people jump onto it. Mm-hmm. But it's just the fat piece.
He's a goblin.
He's a goblin.